Comrades, today is August 18, 2026, and the current time is 1917. The Institute would like to remind all comrades that hearing loss is not a joke, and to please properly take care of your ears. Bionic ear replacements are incredibly expensive, and only authorized to the highest level of the Institute's command structure. That concludes today's announcements.
この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。
The game should be on the screen in a second. I think we're using this screen. I like using this screen when we're playing this game, so let me put that up real quick. I thought I did this correctly, but apparently not, because I don't know why. Give it a second, it should show up. And there we go. Whoa. Wait, hold on. Why is it really quiet? Am I crazy? I think it's just weirdly quiet. Also, give me 1 second. I need to adjust my my chair, because I don't know what happened, but I sat down in my chair and for some reason it felt like it got really low. I feel like for whatever reason I sat down in my chair and my chair seems like an extra 2 inches lower than it normally is, which is really weird. I don't know how to fix it. My chair is like weird. Give me 1 second. I can't find the stupid lever. Oh shoot, hold on. There we go. Sorry, I had to my chair I normally keep at a certain height. For whatever reason, I think the what's it called inside of it? What's the word? The hydraulic system is like leaking maybe slightly. I'm not 100% sure, but it's been getting a little squishier as time is going on. But anyways, how are all of you doing, comrades? Look at this game that we're playing. You like big explosions? I don't know why it's really quiet. I thought I made this loud enough. Hold on, we're gonna crank the volume up a little bit. Or maybe it's my headset? I don't know. Anyways, how are all of you doing, comrades? Hello, Xanth and Havel and Umi and Dark Pika and everyone else who's here right now. Hopefully you're all having a good evening. We're playing this game again because I really wanted to play more of it. I really enjoyed it, so I figured why not do more explosion game. Also, hello, Charles. I don't know how long this game lasts, but we did get through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 missions last time, so I'm pretty sure we can probably finish this game today if we're quick enough. How are you, Akabi? So we'll just kind of keep grinding at it until we finish, right? We're now at the Rock of Gibraltar. A cruiser line lies at the anchor in Gibraltar Harbor. The crew asleep in the night, otherwise quiet. High Command has ordered to destruction on time. Yeah, we completed 6 or 7 missions. Ha 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 ha. Yes, get your funny 6, 7 memes in now. Okay, I think this game is actually loud enough. We should be fine. Whoa. So, like I said, I think it's good that we're at least trying to finish up games, and then before we move on to other things as well. So that's kind of why we're playing this. And I mean, I enjoy this, so that's why we're doing it, right? Anyways, how have you been, Xanth, since you're here too? Too much soup? I don't know. It's not too much soup. I did not. Actually, I did eat some soup today. I had rice porridge. So, welcome to our favorite game of big explosions and whatnot. I don't know what we're doing, but hopefully we should be fine. Before we start this, though, make sure your ears are well prepared for any loud noises, and we should be fine. Finish games. It's an option. You don't even play games, only room. Listen, I play other games like Star Sector every now and again. Okay, hold on, wait a second. There's like actual important lore going on here. Before we start this, let me just read this. You ate a whole loaf of bread of ciabatta before it goes bad. Have you thought about just turning into garlic bread? I hear that's an easy option. High Command INS, an enemy heavy cruiser lies moored in Gibraltar Harbor. Her batteries providing anti-aircraft cover for the port. Do not fire until after 11:08. By then, only the designated survivors will be on shore leave. Their cover stories are already written. Use armor-piercing rounds. No reconnaissance imagery, including shell impact photography, will be available while her batteries stand. Forward observers at your disposal to requisition if additional intel on cruiser location is needed. Okay. Let's go play the game and figure out where this boat is so we can go smack it silly. Alright. There is a lot of intelligence here that I'm not sure how to process, but I guess we'll figure it out real quick. But anyways, yeah, I do like this game a lot again because it's, you know, the usual favorite funny mathematics game, and we're not on a time pressure, so at the very least we can just kind of chill as we handle this mission one step at a time, right? 1 is like right around here, so we're right there. Okay. And our spotters are located at C8F1, so that's C8F or C841. Don't worry, trust me. I'm gonna hope that we can finish more games that we're in the middle of playing, just so that we don't keep delaying things. Like, obviously we're trying to finish Fire Emblem, and when Fire Emblem is over, we'll be free. I know it sounds like I hate Fire Emblem, but I think that run has just gone on for a little too long. Especially because like the character of Mao only shows up for like one mission, and then he just stops showing up again for some stupid reason. It's very odd. Okay, so we need to start identifying these locals. So we need to find the Dockmaster's house and the mole. Okay. So reference point the mole is a cool 58 from 2. So that should be like right around here. We're just gonna go straight until we can find out where to set up this angle point, because that's usually how this works, and then all that stuff. But anyways, how have all of you been doing on this fine Tuesday? Hopefully we can all just enjoy a nice relaxing day of committing war crimes and killing the evil anti-monarchists, right? That's the whole point of what we do on this game, I believe, and also doing math to make big kabooms. There we go. Okay, so this is the mole, which I'm gonna mark as A, and then we need to identify the Dockmaster's house, which is 81.3 from 1. So 81.3 should be like a little under 90. 81.3, something like that, and then it's about 5 kilometers off from this point. So we're looking at a distance of 4.78. Wait, yeah, 4.78. Which is right around... Oh, well, we should probably put on some music, shouldn't we? Let's do that as well. 83. Did I not read that right? Oh, shoot. I did not read that correctly. Thank you. Yes. It should be 83. Let's go put on some, the tunes of Castile before we keep going, because obviously we need something to listen to. We don't have any new CDs, so I guess I'll put on this march here. That's fine. This Sabata's moldy. Just throw it away. Like, here's the thing. I used to be one of those people that doesn't like throwing away food, but eventually you get to the point in your life where you don't want to get sick at all, and it's much, much safer to just toss the food. Okay? It's always safer. If you are not sure, just get rid of the food and you'll be fine. Okay, so the problem is that this point of the Dockmaster's house is either here or here, which is kind of annoying. Now we know that it's at least 62 degrees from spotter 2, so 62 degrees from spotter 2 would be like around this direction, and then it's at least 6.31 kilometers from the Dockmaster's house. So Dockmaster is either here or here, but this seems like much more realistic to be a Dockmaster location, right? It's by the ocean, but let's just draw out where that would be regardless. So 6.31. 6.31 from this location versus 6.31 from... Where's the other crossing? Okay, I'm already getting lost here. Let's see here. So this is 6.31, which is about here, and then the other initial location is here. So if I draw 6.31 here, this is not a correct way to triangulate things, but I'm just kind of trying to just get an idea. So based on this logic, it's either here. I think I'm already like confusing myself. 1 second. Let's get rid of these circles. The circle is what's throwing me off. Okay, so let's go back here. So from the mole, which is A, 4.78. The problem is we don't have... Oh wait, hold on. You know, I have an idea. Let's get additional reconnaissance. I think if we have like one more piece of reconnaissance, I'll be able to identify things. Let's use the forward observer. Okay, I want a forward observer on... Let's see, I haven't used this one yet, so I think if we do forward observer... Okay, so... Dockmaster 4.78 from the mole. 4.78, so I want to use... Let's go 09. I'm not sure how this works, but we'll try to make it work. But yeah, I'm always of the opinion, like, if you don't know if it's safe or not, just get rid of it. Just get rid of it and you'll be a lot safer. The hatch. 5.78 from 0810. Is there something on the hatch that I should be paying attention to? Wait, what do you mean the hatch? Am I blind? I'm probably blind. Okay. So... let me see here. Well, I'm trying to figure this. I'm trying to like think. I'm trying to math this out. Under the roof hatch? Is there a roof hatch? Oh, wait. What is this? Oh, hello. You fought very well today. He would have been satisfied. Glory to Castile. Wait, hold on. More importantly, there's a new CD. There's a new record. Let's listen to the new record. That seems ominous. Let's listen to this one. He soaked in balsamic vinegar. You know what's funny? I've seen videos of, or like tweets by VTubers who are like, I choose to eat moldy bread today. And I'm just like, but why? Why are you like this, people? Why do you choose to consume moldy bread? Just be normal. So many VTubers are just like, I'm gonna commit crimes against my health. It'll be funny. Wait, hold on. I have an idea. So if I do the other one, let's say E8. Hold on, I want to do this at E8. What's the McCrelly? Oh, no, I'm not doing the McCrelly challenge. I saw the McCrelly challenge, and I'm like, I can't eat that much food. It's far too much for me. Okay, so I know it's armor piercing required. I have an idea, so... wait, hold on. This is the easiest way to do things. Okay, so from E886, E886, which is here, we can draw a circle of 4.11. 4.11, and then we can draw from, I think this was, let's see here, from 0810. We draw 5.73. Okay. So the only spots that these two circles center or intersect would be... wait, hold on. Before I commit to anything, 'cause I feel like I'm going crazy. Okay, so... am I crazy? I think it's gotta be here then, right? At I6? Wait, no. Wait. Okay, I'm unnecessarily confusing myself. What is this circle? Okay. Here we go. That's 08, and this is the other one. Right? Yeah, okay, so it's gotta be here then at this spot here, I658. Hold on. I think that's it. I'm gonna try this. I think this is correct. I658. Let me load a shell. Yeah, I guess we could just ball it, but I try to be accurate as much as possible. We have to use AP shells, which is extra annoying, so you have a very small like radius to hit. You gotta basically be on point. Load it on the right. Let's measure this out real quick. So we're looking at here. So 5, 6, 7, 2, 1. So that's at least 2 powder charges. No, not today. We might do some incendiary on a future mission, but at the very least, this one requires us to use AP rounds, and so we'll be doing that because that's what's required of us, and I will do as Castile demands. Okay, 1, 2, load those in. We should probably figure out our bearing real quick. So at the very least, I know I've got to go 56. So let's crank this up slightly, and then I actually know how to do this now without this calculator, but at the same time, I don't have a table or a calculator pulled up like an actual calculator. That's why we're doing it like this. But as long as I have I just need the elevation. I don't need the bearing to already have the bearing. I'm only shooting once, anyways. Anyways, how have you been? Hopefully, I like this game a lot, so, and I'm glad we're at least able to play it. because I like the big funny kaboom game. Okay, what am I missing here? Oh, I forgot to pull up the firing system. Hello, son. How are you doing? You like big kabooms? There we go. Oh, right. I forgot to set up the elevation. Oh, let's close this up. I would like PvPK as well, but that's not coming out for quite some time, unfortunately. I do think it's kind of funny that this game beat PvPK out to the market. Is this correct? Did I put in the right everything? It seems like a really high elevation. Oh wait, I read that wrong. We're aiming for 42. 42.72. I'm not on a time pressure, so I can do this. Trust me, I'm not that good at head math. I used to be, but I've gotten lazy with using calculators. My teachers always said, don't use calculators, and here I am using calculators all the time because it's just way easier. Okay, so unfortunately I don't get aerial photographs. I just have to hope that my shot lands correctly, so I'm gonna hope that my guess was true, but we'll find out. Because I didn't know where the Dock Master's house was, so I kind of had to take a guess where the Dock Master's house was. Alright, please be correct. Ooh, I think I did it. Alright. The HMS Rockingham successfully destroyed 45 minutes after the French battleship Leon Gambetta's crossing matters proceed as range. With destroyed anti-aircraft cover over the harbor is lifted, aerial reconnaissance not allowed. You may now stand down. You may also place a vessel running ordnance anti-monarchy interception authorized at your discretion. Ready to unload your gun while you wait. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna hit that shot on time. Somewhere between grid Q1 and T1 at 11:21. What? Q1, T1. I'm not gonna have enough time, so I think we'll just conclude the mission. I mean, that was kind of at least interesting where you have to kind of blind fire without any way of reconnaissance, and you have to just hope that you're going to land it correctly. I'm kind of curious what serious math is going to be like. There we go. Just, see, look at that. Easy mission. The French warships attack sleeping British cruiser. God, this really is just evocative of like World War I political cartoons of just big people and like the little guy doing things. Why is there like a little bar? Oh, it's a loading bar. So, oh, I even got destroy significant try to start. Oh, I completed the mission completely. Oh, wait, hold on. We got new shells here. What is this? A tear gas shell of chloracetophenol. I'll read that later. I'll read it once we can see it. See? All it took? Single shot. Now what's the next mission? Dead Reckoning. Cadiz's garrison has gone to ground, invisible to reconnaissance and unwilling to show itself. Allied troops cannot advance until it is dealt with. All right, time to do more math. I mean, a lot of the game is just triangulating things and just hoping that you're correct, right? Don't worry, we'll play some other cool stuff this week. Hopefully we'll finish Fire Emblem, and I'm excited to do Zomboid because I've been seeing a lot of my friends playing Zomboid recently. And I am interested in playing the Zomboid experience with the new content. The garrison within Cadiz is invisible to aerial reconnaissance. They've gone to ground, dug into the old city's cellars and framework. Tier's shells will force them into the open, preventing detection by aerial reconnaissance. Once positions are visually confirmed, destroy them all. Invisibility to reconnaissance does not confer immunity to artillery fire. Once all 3 primary targets are destroyed, sound your war horn to commence the advance. Oh boy. Yes, I actually have like, let me actually double check this real quick. I'm gonna pull up on Steam. I think I have like some 300 hours in Zomboid. I have 237 hours in Zomboid. Yeah, I played it a lot. I am more than familiar with the game. Okay, so there's our spotters. Okay. Enemy signal station, enemy assembly areas, enemy field commands. Okay, wait a second. Okay, so these are the 3 things we have to fight. Yeah, you have to actually use the war horn sometimes. A lot of times they're just like, okay, when you think you're ready, use the war horn to send your brave soldiers into the fight. Oh my god, look, they just keep dumping us more CDs. Look at the light. If I grab this, does it just go away? Or is it one of those things when I turn around, it closes? I sometimes stream Zomboid multiplayer. We haven't done it in like a little over a year because I was kind of waiting for build 42. Now that we have build 42, I probably will stream multiplayer Zomboid at some point in the future. We usually do like a community server thing, and it's a lot of fun, but we're gonna do it a little different this time around. So it's not gonna be an active always online server. It's only active when I, the streamer, am streaming. 3, 4. Okay, now we gotta find our spotters. So this should be at least interesting. So I need 0801. Okay. Hello there, Vornklex. I need you to move. All right, and then we're looking for P600. Yeah, I've seen a lot of the cities have just like huge glow ups, and I really want to try. Like, I've not put it up Zomboid at all since the update came out, even though it's been like I kind of want to. I've been playing a lot of other things recently that have been addicting, such as some factory games that I'm not going to get into right now, but I have been playing a metric ton of factory gaming. Okay, so that's fine. So assembly area is spotter. Okay, we gotta start doing math. Okay. The enemy assembly area is 290 from. There's 290 from 3, so that's around here. With a distance of 13.86 kilometers. So somewhere all the way out here then. 1386. And it is... Oh my goodness, I did not draw that line nearly long enough. No, not Rim Factory. So Hooded Horse sent me a key for a game called Sandistry, which I've been playing a decent amount, and it's actually quite a lot of fun. I'm trying to think why... Okay, I mean, that is west, so I can only assume that that is the correct location for the assembly area. We're going to use 2 for this one. Enemy field command is 789. What the heck? What are these numbers? 789. Kind of weird. Like, it's actually not giving me that much information. And then it's west and southwest. West, southwest. From 3. So west. And then southwest. So be like around here-ish, I think. And then it'd be straight southwest from 1. Actually, wait, hold on. It's easier if I use the white one. So yeah, I know it's hidden, so I have to kind of figure this out. So let me think. So if you so if you divide 360 into 4, you have 90. So if you divide by 45 into 15-degree segments, right? So 45. So west southwest would be 270 minus 15, which is about 255. So from spotter 3, it's probably 255 degrees. So around here. That might be a little too much. That's probably fine. And then spotter 1, southwest, you'd be looking at what am I thinking? So 45. So 180 plus 45 puts you at 225. So this would be around 225. Is that right? Am I doing that right? Hold on. That can't be right, because it's crossing into the ocean. I feel like, did I do that? Enemy field command is 7.29 from spotter 2, west southwest from spotter 3, and southwest from 1. So it's probably, my guess is that it's just an approximation. It's very rough, so it's definitely somewhere right around here. I could probably just lob a gas shell in this general vicinity, and it should be okay. We could probably call in a reconnaissance to just double check. So that's approximately what? Let's go I2. Let's see. Oh, by the way, we got new shells. So we have tear gas, which is chloroacetophenone gas shell, suppresses enemy units and reveal hidden ones. And we have phosgene choking gas. Units flee the cloud. If suppressed, they die. Amazing. Cool. Actually, wait, yeah, I should probably double check how wide the radius of this thing is. Okay, actually, this is not valid for this. So if I do a forward observer, let's do a forward observer. What did I say? I8. Let's see. I'm trying to. My goal is to try to do this in as little shots as possible. I think it's more fun when you try to map it out and be like almost precise. Signal station is 2.68. Wait, what? Hold on, this is new. 2.68 from I872. I8. Oh wait, I plugged in the wrong one. I872. And we're looking at 2.63. Wait, hold on. That's actually really good. Okay, so then we know the signal station is active in grid H5, so it's got to be here then. Okay, so I'm pretty sure the signal station is right around here, and I need a H2. All right, let's go We'll go H2 real quick. I think H2 will give us what we're looking for. H2. See, you just got to use math, weaponized mathematics, right? Zero this information. Don't need this one. Okay. Field command, which is what we're looking for. Oh, that makes it way easier. Okay, hold on. So we're looking at 0.32 kilometers off of H257. 0.32. Okay, so it's basically like right here. Okay, so yeah. All right, there we go. We found it. All right, so we're just gonna gas all three of these, and then I think it says we need to explode them as well, right? Destroy them in detail. All right, so why don't we use some war crime shells? Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna load, since we're just gonna fire back to back on each of these. What we're gonna do is we're gonna load tear gas on the left side. So we'll go 1, 2, and 3, and then we'll call in. Let's see here. I'm thinking we're gonna call in incendiary or high capacity explosive. Why don't we do high capacity, high explosive shell? That sounds a lot more fun. We won't burn them to death. That seems. Listen, they're already being gassed out. We might. Well, let's just give them a little bit of peace, right? Okay, so then we need to then prepare our 3 firing solutions. Let's just draw this out real quick since I know where we're located. All right, so let's go for a signal station, which is the grid H5. That's this one here. I'm gonna hope that I aimed this correctly. The only reason this is at least a little better is that since we're using the high capacity, high explosive, the explosion radius on this thing is so comically large that I think we'll be okay. So that's kind of my logic. So we have that shot, and then we need shot number 2, which is going to be located up here. I'm hoping this is correct. I think this is like the only one I'm like almost 100% sure of, but I guess we'll find out. Okay, so that's fine. And then we'll need the 3rd one, which is right around down here. Okay, now let's prepare the firing solutions for this one. Okay, so we're looking at 9, 7, 8. Just like that, and it doesn't really matter which one we're using. So this one we'll need, let's just do, I think we need 4. We'll just do 2. We'll do, might just do 4 for all of them. How many powders do I have? 38. Well, hold on. The problem is that if I do 4 for all of them, so 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 3 is 24. So I'd be using 24 shells for this. I think that's fine. 24 powder charges? That's probably okay. It feels a lot nicer to have big kabooms anyways. So we'll do that. Yeah, we'll do this. 9, 7, 8. Yeah, so we'll do... So that's firing solution 1. And then we need the second solution, which is 15, 7, 3. Let's see. And then we're gonna need the next one, which is our favorite of 10, 1058. But yeah, I do like Zomboid a lot. I haven't had a chance to play the new one. I know some people have been talking about it, so I've been wanting to definitely give it a shot. I've just been too addicted to playing other games. Like, unironically, Battlefield is like my current obsession, and I've been playing Battlefield for a very, very long time, and that's just, unfortunately, a game that I really enjoy. Especially with like the new update that just came out today. They're just like, so anyways, have you wanted Top Gun in your Battlefield experience? And they brought back like Carrier Strike and everything. So I'm like, all right, I'll play it. Okay, so left has to fire first, and then the right one has to fire. I can't have them fire at the same time, which is kind of annoying. We gotta rotate to 260. All right, we gotta dump 4 charges in. So bing, bang, bang, boom. 1, 2, 3, 4. This game really needs multiplayer, is my honest opinion. If this game had multiplayer, it's probably be one of the greatest games that has come out by some time, but good luck trying to get them to make multiplayer, although I think someone's already made a mod for it. I will say, one nice thing about this game is that it really does leave a lot to imagination. Like I said before, this game is essentially Iron Lung for military autists who want to see big funny numbers and just pretend they're commanding a gigantic war machine. PvPK, when it comes out, I think it'll be a lot more visually spectacular because you're actually seeing the explosions happen in your face, but that game's not out yet, and it's probably going to be not for a while. All right. I'm looking for 29. All right. There we go. See, look at that. I'm not even on a timer. I can do whatever I want, so we got to crank this to 29. 3, 4. All right. I'm hoping I did this correctly, but the problem is I'm going to fire these separately. I don't want them firing together. I want a slight delay. I think you need a slight delay for this. So we'll do tear gas first. And then we're going to fire the high explosive round next. Just a delayed shot. And then let's also get the next shots ready. Let's get this one prepared. All right, let's see if I did this right. Okay, so that's the gas. Yep, so we found the targets, I think. Explosive? Yes? Did I do it? Let's find out. The signal station has been destroyed. All right, so whatever I'm doing, it is clearly working, and I did it correctly, so I'm the best. Let's go figure the rest of this out real quick. So slam this bad boy in, slam this bad boy in. We'll just do the same thing. Its strategy seems to be working fine. Let's go 280. Let's prepare 4 heavy counter charges. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's get this one ready as well. But yeah. I also don't know what I'm going to do after I finish Fire Emblem tomorrow. I have to figure out what's at least somewhat interesting, because I don't expect Fire Emblem to take the whole stream. This Fire Emblem will be done, I want to say, relatively quickly in the grand scheme of things, because there's only like 1 chapter left. Maybe we'll do one of the post-game chapters out of curiosity, but as far as I can tell, none of the post-game chapters seem terribly interesting to me, at least from a streaming perspective, but we'll see. Link these together. We're aiming for 47.19. That is a pretty tall order. God, this game is so loud. I love it. I only wish that it would properly allow me to tab out of it. I'm sorry if I sound a little dead today. I've just been like, I had a really weird sleep pattern recently. I don't know what's been going on, but my body's been waking up at unholy hours. I woke up at like 6 a.m. after going to bed at like 1, and it doesn't make any sense, and it drives me a little crazy. So I don't know, it's weird. Okay, let's see here. So 4719 tier, high capacity, high explosive, 280.5 seems good. All right, ready to fire left side, and ready to fire right side. All right, let's get the shot ready for the next one. So we're gonna start rotating to 243. All right, while that happens, let's get the next shells ready in the chamber. And let's hope that I did this correctly. I actually have no idea what doing that actually does, but hopefully it'll be fine. All right, we're about there, so let's crank this off. And we'll will shove the tier shell in a second once the chambers have been opened. Ooh, I was off. Wait. Is it protected? Wait, hold on. What does that mean? It's infantry. Wait, did I... Oh, do I need to use a different shell? I thought I gassed them out already. Hold on. I thought I gassed them out. Let's see. Yeah, so we were doing math to blow up some evil anti-monarchists. I actually got the shot almost on point, but... Maybe I didn't gas them correctly? Can you stop getting shelled? No. You have to get shelled. Whoops, I should not have done that. Okay. I aggressively stopped the turret rotation. Alright, let's do that one again. Hold on, I'm gonna... What is this angle? Hold on. I'm gonna redraw this one. The distance is basically the same. Okay, so that should be fine. So we just have to adjust the angle ever so slightly. How are you doing, Invadave? Well, if they're underground, I guess they can survive anything because they're like rats, you know, they're like evil rats that we have to get rid of, purge them from our beautiful country. All right. So if that's the case, maybe I don't use high explosive. Do I have to use armor pierce? Like, do we have any bunker busters? I feel like this should be fine. Let's try this again. Let's try this shot again. Maybe I just did it in the wrong order. I'm gonna run out of powder charges soon. Ace Combat's pain. How bad is Ace Combat? When you keep saying AC, I keep thinking Assassin's Creed, even though I know that's not correct. Okay. It goes in, thrust that in, thrust it in, and then we wait. I hope I did the rotation correctly this time. Also, my back is like killing me. Give me 1 second. I need to like move around a bit. There's a lot of stuff that uses AC. Yeah, like Animal Crossing. If you say AC to Ray, she'll be like, Animal Crossing? You say AC to me, I'm like, Assassin's Creed? It really depends like what you kind of mentally associate the game with. I think we can use the same rotation. Maybe we angle it ever so slightly, like maybe 0.1 degree up, and it should be okay. I never played Armored Core. Armored Core is not a game I ever really played. 4719. Okay, so what if we just slightly go up by like 0.02? Let's see if this is fine. We'll do the same thing. We'll do tear gas first. And then we'll blast them out of the sky with, or out of the ground. Let's make sure I did this correctly. I love watching this. Like, this, something about watching this just is so fun. Hi, Ray. Ray's awake. Look at that. Even though she's probably dying. Is all stuff the EU doesn't use? What do you mean stuff the EU doesn't use? Oh, alternating current? What are you saying? Everything in the EU is just direct current? This should blow them up. Really? Tear gas? Wait, do I have to use a different type of gas? Tear shells will force them out into the open. I was using tear shells, wasn't I? How are they not dead yet? Am I crazy? Hold on. Oh, wait, I'm an idiot. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta use AP shells. Whoops. All right, let's, that explains a lot. Okay, hold on. Let's, okay, so let's put one of these in here. And then on the left side, let's throw in an AP shell, and then slam in a tear gas shell as well, and that should be fine. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So we're going to keep it. Oh, okay, well, hopefully your new wait, what happened? What was bad about your old ISP? Oh, gotcha. I saw that the new story stuff is on. I haven't played it yet. I'm honestly super behind on plot things, so I haven't bothered to play any of the new plot things yet. Alright, I think they should all auto-reset to what I was doing earlier, so we don't have to wait that long. Just kind of prepare. We're already in the right direction. We're just waiting for this thing to basically come to bear. Expensive. The last one was expensive, but the new one's not as expensive. See, the solution is just consume fun media on Twitter and just look at all the cool art of people doing stuff. My Twitter feed is just full of art and weird things that have been coming out of Comic-Con. I'm so interested in going to Comic-Con one day. I really want to go to Comic-Con one day just because it looks so fun. This game is it is very loud. You might want to turn down the stream a little bit. This game is meant to be ear shattering. Okay, here we go. Let's hope this AP shell's enough. Okay, there we go. If I did this right, this should explode now. I'm gonna hope I did this correctly in comparison to my voice. You want me to lower it? But part of the game, part of the point is that you shouldn't be able to hear me over the game. Like when the machines are running, it should be hard to hear me. But if it's too loud, I'll lower it. It might be too loud, actually. All right, let me lower just a smidge. Maybe like, there we go. There's built-in Twitter in the game. So you can see your favorite students' weird tweets, right? Okay, there we go. So now we gotta blast the last one out of existence. So I should be able to do this without too much issue now if I do this correctly. Okay. Here goes the VOD. Oh no, so what's actually funny is when I save these VODs on my desktop, if I ever need to do any editing, I actually keep my desktop audio and my voice audio on two separate channels, so that I could edit them without affecting the other. Like they're actually on two separate channels, but they're combined when they're sent to Twitch or YouTube. If someone's not. I mean, that's also true too. Yeah, that might be the case. All right, let's see. So we're gonna take to 473. It's okay. I think if any person's actually watching this game, they know what they're getting into. They know that this game is basically designed to shatter eardrums, right? They're here to listen to me talk, but also listen to the wonderful sound of heavy machinery. Right around there. This game's actually really loud. It's probably gonna hurt my ears. Adjust to 31, and they're not linked together. 31, right around there. Close the Steam vent. Let's hope this is correct. I'm being a lot slower with this mission than the previous one because I'm kind of just like, we don't have to be super rushed. If I'm ever in a mission where I have to rush, then I'll start panicking and like going big brain. But until then, I am okay just kind of chilling. Yeah, it's like white noise. Okay, so tear gas, 437, excellent, kaboom. And then get the second one firing right after because we're pulling them out into the open. Here we go. So if I did this right, we should be killing everyone who's right here. Let's find out if I did this correctly. Come on. Yep, all right. Oh, hello. I might have... Okay, whoops. We may have a friendly fired. Oh, it's an AP. Yeah, okay, we friendly fired. Turns out some of our allied infantry was kind of hanging right over there. Whoops. That's a little awkward. Maybe I shouldn't be using comically large shells to do this. All right, let's go slam this out. Listen, they shouldn't have been so danger close. Their mistake was being too close to the target, and I am out of powder charges. No, see, I didn't actually get court-martial. They're just like, you lose 10 requisition points. Oh, well, what a shame. How are you? What a shame. All right, let's get this prepped up. At least we know that the shot was on point. I just have to prep this up. 3, 4. Look! See, my target was this, and I was basically exactly on point. But since I used... Here's the problem. See, so here's the shells, right, that I have access to. Okay, so the problem is I was using the big shell. If I had stuck to using an AP shell, like a pinpoint accurate AP shell, they wouldn't have died. But since I was using as basically as large as I could, yeah, that's why they died. You know what? It's okay. They gave their lives for Castile, so it's fine, right? That's totally how it works. That's totally how it works. Let me get my drink real quick. All right, 3174, ready to blast. 2437, yep, all right. Let's see how this pans out. Hopefully I did this correctly. Here we go. Come on, come on, come on. I'm out here using a tac nuke on a single target. I mean, it's not a tactical nuke yet. I'm pretty sure we get nukes later, but we're not using nuclear weapons right now. There we go. Field command destroyed. 100 requisition. Excellent. Okay, now we sound the horn now that we killed all three of them. Here we go. Advancing into the city. Signal received. You can't believe accepted official train for World War III so willingly and are already desensitized. Well, you get desensitized when you're not actively on the front line. Primary objective complete. However, 10 enemies remain hidden throughout Cadiz. Continued engagement is authorized at your discretion. Ford observes me requisition to assist in locating them. No, I think I'm okay. I think I'm fine moving to the next mission. Let's see the next mission. Oh wait, that's not the exit. We could hunt down the remainder, but when they say there's 10, I'm like, that's a lot. I want to see the next mission. Let's see, where is it? My goal is to get through the whole campaign. Cadiz returns to the crown. Cadiz has returned to the crown after its garrison having gone to ground rather than face the repercussions of their actions. Oops, hold on. Was located and destroyed before nightfall. The general overseeing the operation called it the cleanest work this army has done all year. With foreign support for the anarchists now visibly thinning, officials describe morale within the crown's ranks as the highest it has ever been since the war began. They went to ground because they had nowhere left to stand, the general added. We did not need to hunt them, we only needed to be patient and let the war do what it has always done to men, women, and children without a cause. There's another emulator device. What is the emulator device? Has a bioclone, so that makes sense. What do you mean? Listen, you know what's the thing too? I play so many spreadsheet war games that's kind of why I'm just like, well, it's just statistics in the end. It's a video game. Obviously, if it's real life, I'm gonna care more. But when I'm playing a game like Hearts of Iron 4, you know, I'm gonna be like, well, they're just numbers. The Amber RGS. I'm not buying you another emulation device. You have an emulation device. You don't need another one. All right. Yeah, I didn't complete this. We got a white phosphorus shell. Oh boy, that's gonna be fun. Okay, here we go. Fire on call. Sevilla is the last city holding out against Castile in the south, and allied forces are moving to take it. INS stands ready to support every call for fire the advance requires. When's Aurora 4X? What's Aurora 4X? It looks like Game Boy SP. It does look like Game Boy SP. I just pulled it up, but you don't need this device. You don't need another emulator device. You only need one or two at most. What is the new one we got? Hold on. God, look at all these cards. Here we go. White phosphorus shell. Units flee the cloud or die if suppressed. Chance to ignite fires. Amazing. That sounds fun. You don't need another emulation device, Ray. You don't need another one. All right. Sevilla. The Andalusian capital, and the last position still held against us in the south. The INS is clear to support the final assault directly. Our infantry hold at the walls, awaiting your signal to commence the assault. Be prepared. Once our frontline elements will call for offensive and defensive fire support missions. The assault only succeeds if you answer them quickly and correctly. Sound the war horn to begin the assault. Some reconnaissance are time to build invisible. Oh, we actually have to be fast with this one. Okay. It's a camera lens optimized for Game Boy SP game. I mean, but don't you already have a really cool device? Lethal shells landing near our allies will cause unnecessary casualties. Use smoke shells to reposition allies at risk. Okay, allied units will move to the point of impact of a smoke shell. We stand by for your signal. Wait, what? What the heck is this? Okay, first of all, let's buy some more powders real quick. Only $65. I mean, you can spend $65 on it if you want. I'm not spending $65 on it. Let's see, where's this go? R579. R579. Okay, so we're there. This is the Andalusian capital. I don't even know where our allies are. Do you want to know the device that she's talking about? Hold on, let me pull it up real quick. So Ray really likes emulation devices. So I bought Ray a device called the, let me pull it up. It's called the bought Ray this thing called the Ainthor, right? It looks like this. For all intents and purposes, it's basically a DS emulator. It also is strong enough to run Switch games if you buy like, the upper end models. It's really cool. And it basically is like, what if Nintendo actually kept making the upgrades to the Nintendo 3DS, and this is what the end state would have been. It's actually a really cool device to have. I actually ended up buying one for myself, but it hasn't arrived yet. And now Ray wants another device called the Anbernic RGSP, which basically looks like a Game Boy Advance SP, like literally down to the buttons and the shell and the clamp and everything. I was like, it does look really cool. I still have my Game Boy Advance SP. It's really fun, but I don't think another emulation device in the form of an SP is necessary. Not signing that one? What do you mean not signing? Listen. Oh, not signing that petition for Ray. Okay. God, so the problem is I don't know what shells I'm gonna need. Do I just, like, preload shells? Can I use a scout plane, like, early? If I use a scout plane, will I just get any information about, like, where anything is? Let's say I go scout plane on I-6. I'm kind of curious if it's gonna give me details. But I figure it's probably better if we start figuring out, like, okay, what is actually here? And obviously some things are underground, but at this point we'll have to just move quickly. Let's see. Oh. Interesting. Okay. No, we're not shooting a scout plane. We're sending a scout plane out there. They're making, I mean, it looks like a Vita. I know exactly what you're talking about. I have my Vita still. I don't need another device. Should we just... I might just start the mission and just see what they're asking us to shoot. Let's do that. Unless I'm allowed to put, like, forward observers. I don't think so, right? Emergency move. Smoke shell, move direction. Blind loaded... Okay, a drill shell, forward observer. Alright, let's just sound the horn. Wait, do we get a new thing? Hold on, what is this letter? Dear Ionist, we walked through a little village today. Nobody was there anymore. There was still bread on one of the tables. I don't know why anyone would leave bread behind. I tried to find you like I always do, but I couldn't find you. I hope you'll be back soon. Tomas. Alright, Tomas, it's good to see you too. We'll never know who Tomas is. Also, my jaw's been hurting like all day. Ugh. Alright, let's sound the horn. Let's do this real fast. I don't know why my jaw's been hurting. It's been like super annoying though. Okay. Let's see. They'll call for support missions. Okay, here we go. Here's our first mission. Requesting smoke shell on our position before 12. Okay, so that's fine. We'll just run a smoke shell here. Would like PSP for Patapon. I mean, how much do you care about playing Patapon like that? Okay, so we loaded a smoke shell. That's fine. Okay, we gotta draw the line. So we're going from here to K6 39, which is right around here. K639. Okay, seems easy enough. So we're looking at a distance of 747. Bearing, 2 powder charges. Don't need the bearing, just give me the elevation. That's all I care about. Okay, so we'll do 1, 2, and we'll start the rotation to 273. So we'll just move backwards a little bit. Just jam that in. And reported 3 to PC. Listen, you. You have the power to make your dreams a reality. Just download an emulator device. I'm always a big proponent that emulation is perfectly fine. It's a rhythm game. So, you have a keyboard. You have buttons. Why would you need... Why does it matter if you're playing with a controller or a keyboard in that matter? I feel like I'm missing something here. 44... 82. Actually, you want to know something really funny? I saw some Twitter earlier today that there's actually like a huge discourse in rhythm game community recently. Because one of the biggest things that they've changed recently is the maintenance times for a popular rhythm game called My, which I like playing a lot. They're changing the maintenance schedule for the English version or international version of the game to align with the US time zones. Because previously, maintenance on My was like 3 to 5 p.m., which is super annoying for me because I like going to the arcade between 3 and 5 p.m. on a weekday. But now they're changing it so it's like more while Americans are asleep. And apparently people in Malaysia are unhappy because they're like, well, now it ruins our time to play the game because we're trying to play at midnight or something stupid like that. And I'm just like, well, you know what? America's a better market. Mission complete, Iron Nest. Awesome. All right, Armor 1 is taking damage from Infantry 7. Awesome. Questing high... Okay, hold on, wait. Oh, there's words here. Okay, Spotter 1 is taking fire. We have 7 minutes to prepare the shot. That's fine. Quickly get rid of this and this. Okay, so Spotter 1, which we know where Spotter 1 is now. It's... G908. So G9... Wow, this guy is really deep behind cover. 08. So, like, G908. Okay. Bearing 290. Imagine having My. Yeah, just... You could probably have... Don't wait. I'm pretty sure the Philippines has My, doesn't it? Maybe just not where you're at. Maybe it's in the more populated areas, like if you're living in Manila or something like that. But then you gotta be in Manila, which it sounds like you're not in Manila. 114. So... I don't know why I did it like this. Okay, so there we go. Wait, they gave me the exact location. I don't know why I'm overthinking this. Okay, so right there. Okay. So we know we know our next target. What do they want? They want a high explosive shell? Sure thing, boss. Let's see. Here we go. This is the one I'm looking for. Okay, I'll have to watch that later. I can't pull it up on stream right now, but I will believe you. Okay, that bad boy in. We can probably use 1 powder shell for this. It's only 1. Oh, wait. I did not do that correctly. Wait a second. Hold on. Hold on. I did that incorrectly. The correct targeting bearing is actually from here. I almost flung the shot just like barely away from us. There we go. That's much better. So we're looking at 13.27. This will require 3 charges at minimum. I found the Philippines to even catalog it. I mean, the Philippines has a pretty good like arcade community too. Although I think a lot of it is just you're just getting leftovers from Japan and Korea and the rest of the world essentially. Yeah, because the Philippines is not like a big market for that type of thing. So yeah, all it is, you're just getting leftovers. To be fair, it's also kind of annoying because the US doesn't get that much too. For the longest time, the US actually did not have an English version of My at all, and you can only find it in like private cabs. So it was only like in the past like year that they finally brought My to the US, and it was really annoying because I really like My. The only thing that I really hate is that it's really hard for me to find a Tunism cabinet, and Tunism I think is like probably one of my favorite rhythm games to play. But I can't even find a cabinet for that that's like online. The only one that's near me that I have easy access to is like not network connected, which is super dumb. Unlimited JP. Some of them are like. I will say though, when I go to Japan, I'm probably not going to spend that much time in the arcades. As much fun as I do, and I spent like last time like 1 day in there to play a few rhythm games. But other than that, I felt like I don't really need to be playing rhythm games in Japan that much because I can already do that when I'm here in the States. not even bothering to check. We're just like, yeah, that's probably good enough. Hey, Voron collects, I need you to move unless you want to get scared by the shooting thingy. So that's kind of my thoughts on those types of games, but hey. The Cancole Cabinet. I actually did play the Cancole Cabinet. Oh my goodness. I actually have actual physical Cancole cards that I actually got from the cabinet game. I'm so mad that that was like the arcade game and we never got that on console or in any meaningful way ever. Same with like the FGO arcade cabinet game. Like, I don't know why they never brought those to console. So dumb. All right, cool, we did it. Confirmed destruction of enemy infantry number 4. Awesome. Yeah, it's so dumb that like you get all these cool games on cabinets when they just never show up available for anything else. We've completed the mission. Awesome. Look at that. I'm doing such a good job of helping our allies out. But what are you gonna do? Japan is weirdly insular about this type of thing, and they won't ever, you know, bring him to the West anyways. It took them forever to move like Project Diva to like consoles too. Like, I wish they would. I wish a lot of these companies would just release controllers for these things too. Okay, they're requesting a what now? They need. Okay, whoa boy. So we got 8 minutes to do this. Requesting tier, then high explosive. Okay, so we'll do this one here, and then they want a tear gas shell on the left side. Okay. Important tier first, then the other one. All right, let's calculate where we're aiming real quick. So infantry 8 is at position F1082. That's F1082, which is... Ah, look at that. They're right there. Okay. So they're looking at distance bearing 159. Which is here. Distance 2.13. 159 flat 213. So we gotta just move it in ever so slightly like this. There we go. Okay, and then we just have to draw the firing line. New Da Vinci. Is it another Dosh video? Is it another Factorial video? Okay, there we go. That's probably good enough. Okay, so tear gas, then high explosive. Okay, so this is the tier on the left, so let's just load that in. And let's load this one in. I was getting recommended like 4-year-old Doshington videos the other day, and I was like, this is a little too vintage for me. I haven't seen, like, this is a little too vintage. 11:35. This game gives you a lot of time to like figure out your shots, which I do appreciate. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Seal this up. Jam it in. Jam it in. Let's get our distance, our bearing. 21.6. Like that. Okay, and then we'll just wait for a minute here. This is my... I have a mild headache. I need to... Oh wait, these aren't linked. There we go. Okay, so I want them linked to 45. There we go. And that should be good. Oh, my way. You know, but yeah, I do like going to the arcade a lot. I actually went to the arcade on Saturday to play some My and some DDR, and I'm trying to get back into playing more DDR because I used to play a lot of DDR and I was pretty decent at it. I only play doubles on DDR, which is really... I don't know if you've ever seen doubles players, but that's my preferred way of playing DDR. And I think I'm not that bad at it, but I used to be able to do like 12s. Like difficulty 12s, but then I kind of got washed. And so now I can only do like difficulty like 10s, and I'm slowly trying to make my way back up to 12s. I will say it was really funny because I went to play the other day and I was looking through the song list that got added, and for some reason Katy Perry's Firework had a step chart, and I'm like, you know what, I'll do it. And It was probably the weirdest experience, like dancing to Katy Perry's Fireworks while I'm playing DDR. But unironically, it was a really good track. I really enjoyed it. Oh, one of them probably needs an AP shell. Strong point of silence, burning infantry, 8 pushing through. Okay, well, maybe they'll deal with that. Game never clear. What is Sunless Sea? I don't think I've played that myself. Oh boy. Cool. All right, look at that. I'm so good at this. Okay. Hopefully they manage to destroy this one too. They might not have. We might be required to destroy it ourselves, but that might be unnecessary as far as I've heard of it. Let me take a look at it in a second. Let me pull up on my phone. What's it called? Sunless Sea? Sunless Sea. Oh boy, I'm getting another mission. I think I've actually seen people talk about this, but I've never played it myself. Oh boy, here we go. Okay, so they infantry 1. Okay. Infantry 11 is being pinned by strong point fire. All right. Infantry 11 will use, I guess, marker 10. Is located at I-850, which is right around here. I-850. And they require a shell that is tier than high explosive, bearing 254, distance 1.5. Wait, is this basically it? No, 254. 254, bearing distance 150. Oh, okay, so like this basically. Is that right? I guess they need to be smoked out first, so... Alright, that's fine. Iberian? I don't know how to do a British... I don't know how to do a Iberian accent. Alright, we'll load tier first. You know what? I think, just in case I don't know how to hit this, how wide is this? I use this ultra-large shell. Is it gonna cause problems? Let me measure this out real quick. Use a high explosive shell. Landing exactly on that point. Okay, it'll still hit. That's fine. Cool. So I need to actually draw the correct shot. How are we doing, Rana? Good evening. Okay. Just gonna go from here to this point here. That should be fine. No, probably not. There's a lot of accents that I can do, but I don't think that's one I can surprisingly do. You're consuming udon? Udon sounds amazing right about now. Tier and high explosive is the next one. Is there a way to reset this? Oh, there is. Okay, cool. The fact that these shells are not in alphabetical order is a little annoying. Okay, so we got these loaded. So let's slam this bad boy in. Slam that bad boy in. Clear this out. We're not doing that many firing solutions. We're doing very bespoke firing solutions. 1, 2, 3. This stream might not be a full-length stream, just as an FYI. I've been slowly developing a headache all day. I'm just trying to fight it off, but it's starting to kind of come in full force. It's driving me a little nuts. So if you're wondering what happens if I choose to end stream early, that's what's happening. You know what's funny? I really like making udon and just like squirting like a bit of citrus juice on it. I used to not do that until I don't remember what happened, but I started putting it like after I had some like citrus, like some yuzu ramen in Japan, and I was like, oh my god, I need to start doing this on more things. Now I start doing it with my pho. I squeeze lime on my pho every single time, and it's wonderful. And Ray gets mad that it's not that I'm only doing it because I did it. No, I tried it when I was in Japan, and not because but not because she kept telling me to do it. I'm like, whoops. So just a little bit more. All right. So tear gas first, then the high explosive shell. Oh, hold on. I almost did not do the correct bearing. Let's adjust this real quick. Yeah, that might be important. 7.1. All right. Okay, boom. You want a warm meal? What have you been eating all day? Things that are not warm, things that are just gross and cold. I did this right. If I did not, yeah. Otherwise, I think if I did that wrong, we would hit our allies here. Alright, come on. Let's see this happen. Kind But I actually do like seeing how the map slowly comes together. Chill mix for breakfast. That sounds not fun. Alright, we've gassed them away, and now we're gonna bomb them away. Wonderful. Congratulations, INS. Thank you very much. You destroyed the mechanized infantry and the standard infantry. I don't eat breakfast either. If I eat breakfast, my stomach starts hurting for the rest of the day. So I very, very rarely eat breakfast. It just doesn't feel good to me, so I'm just like, I'll just not. Rather do just, yeah, it makes me feel sluggish. It makes my stomach feel weird, and I'll usually just feel in pain for the rest of the day. No, I'll eat breakfast sometimes. It really depends on like how early I'm gonna be awake, but then I'm just not gonna eat as much for the rest of the day either, if that makes sense, because that's just, I'm not gonna be hungry. Like maybe I'll eat a few grapes or an apple for breakfast at most, or maybe fish or something. Okay, mechanized infantry. At this point, you need breakfast. Do I really? But I don't know. I've just gone through life without eating breakfast. Most of my first meal is usually lunchtime. Come on. Oh, wait, hold on. That's a really... Oh, hold on. This is really danger close. And how's your health condition, huh? I mean, it's functioning, kind of. Oh, wait, hold on. So looking for infantry 10, which is an M4. Where the heck is M4? Am I blind? M4... 4-1. I don't know. I've just never been fond of like eating breakfast. Whoa, hold on. 134. Wait, this is a really close shot. Wait a second. This is very dangerous. Hold on. M4. 134. Hold on. I can't even like click this correctly. They want 0.41. Hold on, wait a second. If I use a high explosive shell, they want Ichi. Okay, no, they're fine. They're just slightly out of it. That's okay. That's fine. As long as they're out of range, that's all I care about. So they should be Gucci. So we should be able to just pop like right here. Get rid of this line. This is the last one here. I don't know. I do eat, like I said, sometimes I do eat fruits and stuff like that because I find fruits to be very light, and like I'll eat like a few grapes or an apple, and that's usually fine, or even like a cup of juice. You know, a low sugar juice. I try not to drink like the full sugary stuff anymore, and that's usually more than enough for me. Okay, so this distance is really short. I'm looking at 5.39 with 2 powders, and they want high explosives. So let's quickly load a high explosive shell, which should not be that difficult. Load this bad boy in here. Oh, trust me, I'm getting enough calories for the day. I try not to. I'm trying to watch what I eat, if that makes sense. It probably doesn't help that I had Filipino food for lunch today, though, and it was probably like some of the most mid-Filipino food that I've had in a while, and especially for how much I paid, which was really disappointing. If you're Filipino, there's a shop near me that I sometimes go to for lunch, and it's one of those sari-sari stores that also have like a turo-turo type thing going on. So I went to one of those things, and it was like $14 for a 2 entree plate. I'm like, this is so expensive. I'm like, why do I come here? Like, it's just not worth it. I had like paksiw and what's the other thing I had? Paksiw and dinagwan. Yeah, there's sari-sari stores in some parts of America. You just have to find them. The one I went, like, a lot of Filipino stuff in the US is very much like a dedicated, like, big superstore, like Seafood City. But there's usually a lot of like smaller local shops as well, and so the one I went to is very much a sari-sari store, and it was very very tight in there, and it was kind of nice though. So 32, 34, 247.3. Yeah, that's good enough. All right, kaboom! Oh, I did this correctly. But yeah, I paid like $14 for like 1 scoop of paksiu, 1 scoop of dinagon, and like 2 scoops of rice, and I'm like, this wasn't worth it. I'm like, I should have just not, or I should have just ordered like the barbecue skewers or something, but I'm like, this is not worth how much I paid. Yay, we did it. Oh, that was pretty danger close. All right. Thank you, INS, you did it. Very cool. Very nice. Let me drink my water. I think I'm just also like dehydrated. I haven't drank a lot of water today. But worry not, I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow to talk about my health again. No, don't worry, I'll be, calendaria? What is calendaria? Maybe that's the word, calendaria. No. So, it's not one of those. It's both a sari-sari and also like a toro-toro type place, like a calendaria. Like it's kind of both. Like there's a small like food section and like where they have hot foods and, you know, like cafeteria style. So yeah, like a toro-toro. And then if you don't know, so those of you who don't know, a toro-toro place is like it's basically an automatopoeia for point. So you're pointing at the food that you want basically, and then they'll just serve it to you on like a plate or whatever. And it's very common. Objective complete. You may now stand down. Street-to-street fighting continues. Remaining enemy elements are no longer required target. Continue fire. Support is authorized at operator discretion. I did it. I won. All right, we defeated the Southern Front. But yeah, like honestly, the paksiu was fine. The dinagon was fine. I think I would have rather had like caldereta, honestly. War! Germany marches west. The German Empire has invaded France on 2 grounds. That France is mobilizing, a fact that Kaiser Wilhelm considers a self-evident, since a nation not mobilizing would presumably say so, and that Alice Lorraine remains by his own calendar overdue for return. Officials further note that France, briefly fully occupied with Britain at the time, was in no position to mobilize against Germany at all. A detail the Kaiser insists is entirely beside the point. The general course is the mark of a truly modern military, one capable of citing 2 reasons for war, and requiring neither to be true. Ah, that's right, we come up with our own law, our own justification for war. Very nice, let's go prepare and deal with the German army. We got a new thing called a parachute delayed cluster shell. 6 high explosive bomblets, staggered impacts 10 seconds apart. That sounds ominous. Wait. Oh, look at this. Now we're moving. Oh my gosh. Wait, this campaign's actually got a lot more. Now we're moving west. Or east. Who's in here? Oh, the cat. The cat's having fun, okay? Alright, I guess we gotta go do the next part of the war. As we fight for, in the name of Castile. God, look at some of these people's, like, records. Look at this. Challenge mission high score. Oh my goodness, look at all that. 18 points. What is about over here? All-time kills high score, 215 points. Unknown operators. Interesting, because they probably don't have, like, their name set up yet. Okay. High tide. Lookouts report ships on the horizon at first light, closing in on the beach. Iron Nest and a minimal infantry contingent must hold the landings until reinforcements arrive. I assume this is a time-sensitive mission where I will have to move a little faster. How many cats do you have, Ranu? Don't you have like 2 or 3 or something like that? I could have sworn I remember you mentioning something along those lines of having multiple cats. I don't know if I'm gonna go for the leaderboard next stream. I think this is probably the last Iron Nest stream that I'll probably do. Dawn Patrol reports that horizon crowded with hulls. What was believed to be routine fleet movement is, as of first light, confirmed as a naval landing in force. Your objective is to prevent the enemy landing forces from reaching your defensive line until reinforcements arrive at 7:14. The defensive line is vastly outnumbered. It will hold a few. It will not hold against all. Survive until 7:14. Their advance before it reaches the defensive line. First contacted by 6:59. Oh, wait, that's a minute and a half. Oh, boy. Oh, okay, hold on. Okay, so it's fine. We gotta move this quickly. 7 cats. Oh my god, that's a lot of cats. Why does your younger brother have 5? Also, I've actually beat... So I actually beat Sandistry already. So Hooded Horse gave me a key for Sandistry. I decided, no, I'll play it. It seemed like the type of thing that I'd probably stream, but I was kind of curious about it. I finished it in about 8 hours. You can finish the entirety of Sandistry in 8 hours. It's not that long of a game. At least in its current iteration. However, if you're achievement farming and trying to go for like the high-end achievements, then it could probably you can probably double that time. Unless you're really good at optimizing. My factory was not very optimized. It was just enough to function. So that's just kind of my thoughts on Sandistry. Yeah, I saw Adam Craft. Adam Craft looks like it's gonna be insane. It's gonna be very, very rough. I guess we'll see how this pans out when the first contact in 30 seconds. And we have to survive for 15 minutes. How's the Commissar Cat doing? The Commissar Cat is just kind of chilling here, although he's now in danger because I have to hold the defensive line, which is gonna be a little rough. Let's get this prepared. Actually, we should make sure we have our shells ready too. If it's landing craft, do we need AP rounds? How many powders do I have? 19. Let's get more powders. Are they not neutered? Or spayed? Oh my god, you might wanna... Maybe you need to stop those cats from having fun. Aren't we safe behind friendly... No, we're being told to defend this beachhead, which is being invaded in full force. We're basically D-Daying, except we're on the defensive side. We're defending against D-Day, but we don't know where the stuff is happening. They said reinforcements expected by 6:59. It is 6:59. I might call in a... You know what? What if we call in a star shell? Hold on. What if we call in a star shell? Whoa, hold on. I heard noises. Whoa. Whoa, whoa. Oh, boy. What's that ticking sound? Okay, hold on. Here we go. Okay. Release order. You must hold for 15 minutes. Gyro reconnaissance has been diverted to your position. Expect overflights as the landing develops. Okay. Here we go. Landing craft spotted. Crossing at PO9. So it costs 15 knots. Oh my god. Wait. Hold on. Whoa. Okay. Wait. Let me. Okay, wait a second. Okay, so intercept landing craft on course. Prepare for beach landing at 7:08. 5 kilometers and 180 from P1079. Landing craft spotted crossing P1079 at 6:40. Steaming at a course of 180 at 19.4 knots. Okay, so you travel about 1 kilometer in 1 minute 46. Okay, oh boy. All right, hold on. So we have to do math here. 1 second. Or prepare beach landing at 7:08. So I have about 8 minutes to solve this problem. Okay, so hold on. So, shit. Okay, so we spotted the first craft at P1079. Okay. And they're going straight down at 19.4 knots. Okay. So, let's aim for... So, 1 kilometer... So 2 kilometers would be about... Let me think. So 2 kilometers would be 3 minutes and 20 seconds. So if we aim for 2 kilometers straight down, let's see. So that'd be 3 minutes. Okay. So no, that's not enough time. What if we do 5 minutes? So at 3 kilometers, bearing 180, it'd be 7. Okay. So then if I draw that, I'm trying to figure out like when I need to shoot. This is the problem. Let me think. So 5 minutes, so that'd be at 04. Oh, I gotta move quick then. Shit. Okay. Probably we'll do... I think we can use... You know what? Hold on. What if we just use the big shell? What if we use this cluster shell? Oh, no, 10 seconds apart. That's a little too much. Let's use the high capacity, high explosive shell. I think it's probably fine. I think this is gonna be okay. At the time I shot, but I gotta get this in there quickly. So, okay, so slam that in, and we're gonna need at least, we're gonna drop this down to 0, and we're gonna slam in 3 counters. Unfortunately, this is not that type of game. You're not really fighting off enemies in that manner here. So we're aiming for 0. I have 2 minutes to get my firing solution figured out, which is not ideal. Okay, so stop this. And then I need to quickly calculate this amount. So with 2 powder charges, aiming for 6.73. Okay, 2 charges. Okay, there we go. Bam. Okay. And then we're going for a bearing of 6.9. And there we go. I don't remember how long it takes for the shell to land is the problem. That's really the part that I can't remember. Because they'll cross the 3-kilometer mark at 7:04:40. 7:04:40 is my timer that I'm aiming for. I think it takes like 10 seconds for the shell to land, right? I can't remember. That's the part that's gonna screw me up if I don't remember. I think it's 10 seconds. So 7:04:30. So I probably have to fire. Let's fire a little early. 7:04:30. Oh, sorry. 7:04:40. So we have to shoot at 7:04. I want to say 25. 7:04:25. Okay, 7:04:25 is our firing solution. 7:30. Okay, so we're ready. Here. Yeah, there's time. This mission is a little time based. You have to intercept the landing craft before they land, and so you have to do a little bit more math. So we calculate that it lands in 5 minutes. Oh shoot. Okay, so I think I said 25. So I think 25, right? Let's see if I did this right. I hope that was enough time. I don't know like how long it takes for the shell. I might have undershot it. Okay, they've already hit the point. Oh shoot. It's almost like 20 seconds to land. But this is a large explosive shell, so maybe it's fine. If not, I'm gonna have to make some adjustments. Oh my god, that took forever. Alright, I did it. Okay, we got rid of it. Fantastic. Oh my goodness, we found... Oh, there were 2 more landing craft. Uh-oh. I wasn't paying attention. There's 2 more landing craft that have landed. Okay, hold on. Jesus Christ. Okay, landing craft 3. Okay, here we go. So we're looking for landing craft 3 now. Oh no, we have to do landing craft 2. Oh my lord, hold on. There's a lot I have to process. Okay, so hold on. Landing craft 3, I have about... let's see. Not enough time. Landing craft 2 is landing a lot sooner. Okay, can I intercept this? Let's see. Okay, so landing craft 2 spotted at D10 I9 or 19. Okay, and they were plotting a course direct 180 at 19.4 knots, and that was at 7:03. So in 5 minutes, so it's 7:08. They will, so in about 2 minutes, they would have been at approximately 3 kilometers. So it's 7:08. They need to be around here. Okay, so if we just fire a shell at that spot, and I have about 2 minutes to prepare the fire. I have about a minute and a half to prepare the firing solution. Oh god. Okay, I'm panicking now. Okay, what's the saying? Okay, so we gotta quickly slam a shell in there. Get the shell in. Okay, so then we need to quickly jam that in there. Get rid of this. That is a 13, so I'm gonna need at least 3 powders. Come on, I gotta do this quickly. 1, 2, 3. Get that jammed in there. Thankfully, the direction isn't too bad. Oh, shoot, I gotta convert a decent amount of distance here. Come on. All right, so 1, 2, 3, that's fine. And then I'm going to do 3 powders at 13:55. Okay, get that in there. Okay, so then now this needs to go to 299, which is we're almost there. Okay, jam it in. I don't think I'm gonna be able to fire this on time. I think it's just not enough time. The other one ready. Okay, so then, yeah, because it's gonna take too long to prepare the shot. Especially if it has to go to like 54. That's gonna take forever. Okay, so while that's happening, let's get the other shot ready. So I know this one's gonna be needed, so jam that in there. I think with a high enough explosive shell, it's probably okay, but it's still gonna be a little rough. Like, the timing is super tight on this shot, and I hope it's out. Okay, what did I say? What are they looking for? 54? Oh my god. Okay, so 54. 54, 20. Come on. All right, I'm already too late. I'm already like 30 seconds behind. This shot's probably gonna miss. Shit. All right, what's the next one? Okay. Oh my god, there's 5 landing. There's so many landing craft. Okay. Landing craft 3. I haven't even figured out yet. It's gonna land at. Landing craft 3 will land at 13. So landing craft 3 spawned at N10. 49. Okay, so N10. So N10. 49. Okay. Please tell me this landed correctly. Oh my goodness. Okay, I barely hit it. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so N10 49. Okay, so good. So we're still okay. Just needing to be a little quicker with that. Okay, that's fine. So N10 49. So landing craft 3. Okay, this one gives me a little bit more time, so at least that's fine. This one we're gonna prepare this one now. So we have the powder. Okay, good. Okay, so delete. Okay, so let's see. So we know landing craft 3, bearing 140, so 3 kilometers down. So spotted at 704. Shoot. Okay, so it's moving too fast. So it'll go 6 kilometers, which is too far. So can I intercept at 4 kilometers? I think it's too late to intercept at 3. So 4 kilometers would be an extra minute and a half. So a minute 40. So that would be 7:09:40, 7:10:20, 7:11:20. So I have 7:11:20 to make it to this spot here. 7:11:20. Okay, that's really tight. 7:11:20. It's like right around here. Okay, so we gotta move quick. Okay, so I have to rotate. I don't think I'm gonna hit 7:11:20, but we'll try. 3:45. This one already has 3 powders. We're aiming for 588. This is one where 2 players would make this a lot easier. 588 is fine. Come on. There we go. Okay, 588. Okay, jam that in. Okay, this one here. 345. Okay, so this one we need to drag up to 23. Okay. I mean, we're gonna be under attack very soon, so that's why I'm kind of like moving as fast as possible. Oh shoot! I don't remember what was the time I said. Oh shoot! I think I said 11:20. So I have 2. Okay. I think I said 11:20, right? I think we just fire now. Okay, we're gonna prepare high explosive shells. We're using the largest shells that I have available to me because at the very least this means I have a way to kind of make up for mistakes. So, for example, I'm just going to start jamming these in now while I prepare the firing solution. Okay. Okay, it sounds like I probably hit it correctly based on what I'm about to see, right? Did I hit it? Landing craft 3 dead. Okay, so landing craft 4 is next. Okay, so landing craft 4... Okay, let's see here. Oh man, I got so panicked I'm not even putting on any music. We're just raw dogging this math here. Okay, so landing craft 4 is coming from M1019. Okay. Landing at 1440. Spotted at 7620. Okay, so let me see. So at 3 kilometers, so let me think. So 3 kilometers, 7620 would have been 7:11:20. So that's already passed. If I add another minute 40. I think it's shoot. Hold on. Oh my god, I'm blanking out here. Let me give it a second. Okay, so this would be at 11:20, which we're already passed. So if you add another minute 40, that would be 7:13. I wouldn't have enough time to shoot 7:13 at 4. We could probably shoot at 7 at this one here. 7:13 plus another minute 17. That's another minute 40. Put you at 1440. So I guess we just aim. I think we just have to aim for the 1440 shot. Okay, so think the correct thing to do is we have to aim here at 740. Yes, okay, so yeah, that's fine. I have 2 minutes to prepare the firing solution. Okay, so that's 5:51. Let's get this one ready to go. Okay. Get rid of this. Okay, so that's fine. There is another thing that's ticking, which is kind of loud, which is a little concerning. Okay, that is there. Okay, so then we need to quickly rotate to 29.6. This one's got to get screwed in. Okay, so 29.6. Come on. Spin. We're really jorking it. 29.6. Okay, so that rotation's correct. Okay, then we're gonna do... I don't know how many powders it's gonna need, so I'm just gonna prepare that real quick. Okay, so then this has to go to 22.3. Okay, can I figure out where number 5 is going? Oh my god, there's 8 more? And I'm still on 4. Oh my god, yeah, this is getting a little ridiculous. Okay, so... what was the time for this crossing? 1440 at 2204. Okay, that's fine. So we'll fire that in about 10 seconds. I need to figure out where the other one is landing. So it's coming 180 from J1009. So number 5 goes to J1009, which is right around there. Okay, I gotta fling the other shell right about now. Okay. And then, so let's get rid of all the landing craft 4 information. We need the landing craft 5 info. Okay, so so it'll land at 1620, which I think we just have to intercept it at the beachhead. So kilometers from J. So it's basically going from here. Whoops, don't need that, don't need that. Okay, so we're basically making a shot right around J9, so right around here, which is this one, this information here. So that's about 308. Oh my goodness, more info. Oh wait, trying to search scattered only range. Oh my goodness, we did it. Okay, so we succeeded. You can also blow up the rest of them if you feel like it. Other than that, we have somehow successfully defended this very time-sensitive mission. That was intense. I didn't even put on any music this whole time. We were just listening to the silent sounds of the thunderous kaboom of our gun. Not too bad. I'd say that went pretty well. Mission complete. Where do I get the nukes? I want my nukes. I think there was a nuke button. Maybe there's not a nuke button. I'm just pretending that there is. This game does get pretty sweaty, though. The Phantom Fleet meets the fortress. A fleet bearing no flag, no markings, and no insignia of any kind appeared off of Castile's coast at dawn and attempted a landing in force. By dusk, the Phantom Fleet had been returned to the sea in considerably worse condition than it arrived. A fleet that the Ministry credits entirely to the Iron Nest, which held the line. Unaided and by all official accounts, unbothered. The Ministry describes the size of the invading force as substantial, a word officials insist should not be mistaken for alarming. Why does that have a schlong? I didn't notice that until you said it, but you're right. Why does the Iron Nest have a penis? I'm trying to think what that would actually be for. Maybe it's like a periscope so you can see what's below you. Like, or yeah, maybe it's like the ladder. But no, the entrance is on the top. I don't know, that's some very interesting stuff here. Maybe for teabagging, or maybe it's for like drilling yourself into the ground to stabilize yourself. And I would figure your legs would help stabilize, considering you're like a 4-legged monstrosity. Armor-piercing shell, medium burst charge, medium blast radius. Okay, so now we have a larger shell. Oh boy, blind fire. Anti-aircraft batteries over the Turia deny all reconnaissance, holding the advance on Valencia at a standstill. Ooh. That sounds cool. For teabagging. We're not teabagging anyone today. Alright, let's go up here and read our mission briefing. I do need to use the restroom in a second, though, so give me one moment. Okay, let's close this up. Like a good little iron nester, we have to prepare all of our stuff before we get to work. Alright. ground forces have entered the outskirts of Valencia. The advance has been halted at the Turia River. Let's do this mission real quick. Anti-aircraft batteries have denied reconnaissance aircraft in the sky over the far bank. The advance cannot continue without active reconnaissance. Clear them. No reconnaissance imagery, including shell impact photography, will be available. Any anti-aircraft battery remains active. Forward observers can be requisitioned should additional intel be required. Okay. That's not too bad. So at least we know where we're at. That's fine. Good lord, I can already tell this is annoying. Also, I just want to point something out completely unrelated. I think it's really dumb that this thing is like typing in reverse, essentially from bottom up. Wouldn't this make more sense if it was typing from bottom, like from the bottom, so you can like get the first information, the first text first, and then it scrolls up rather than it's scrolling down? I don't know. I'm just saying it looks a little weird. Feels like it should be more like this typewriter, right? It would make a lot of sense. Because this one, you have to feed all the information at once. Like, if you're sending a telegram through this thing, right? You have to feed all the information at once so that it can come in the correct order if you're reading from top to bottom. If you do it like this, then you can kind of send, like, you know, one line at a time as it auto-scrolls upwards. You know what I'm trying to say? I don't know. It just seems weird to me. Oh, God. Let's just grab all this information. I don't know how I'm going to process this, but we'll try to process all this one step at a time. You do know what I'm trying to say? Good. Okay, thank goodness I'm not crazy. Okay, where the heck are we? We're at E294. Do we have any new music? Ah, a new letter. Whoa! I had a nightmare last night. I heard your footsteps, but they didn't bring me comfort. They sounded wrong. There were too many of them. I woke up covered in sweat. I hope you're all right. That is a horrifying image. Is this us? Is this like our conscience talking to us? Maybe it is. What are you doing, Rachel? Hopefully you're having a good evening too. It is very ominous. Okay. Alright, so we gotta figure all this out. So spotter 1 is at E987. E987. And then spotter 2 is at F563. And spotter number 3 is at P112. That is a very far away spotter. P112. You're doing okay, you're hot. You should get a, you might want to get a air conditioning, unless you're in Europe, in which case I guess air conditioning doesn't exist in Europe. You're fighting Eldritch Monsters. I mean, can you imagine using this with Eldritch Monsters? That'd be kind of sick, actually. So, reference point alpha is 124. Just gonna draw a long line, bearing 124 with a distance of 3.96. The problem again is that I don't know which one of these points is waypoint alpha, which is really annoying. Oh wait, hold on, I have an idea. So if I take point 3 and we do a bearing 11, I think one way we can kind of math this out, if we use local resources to get another additional spotting, we know that A battery 1 is 100 from alpha, right? So if it was this location, it'd be here. Let's see. I'm gonna get a reconnaissance point at Q5. Let's see. If I get reconnaissance at Q5, that should give me a little bit of an idea of position report. No, I need forward. Okay. I think I said Q5, so we'll just plug in Q5 real quick. Q5, and what does the game tell me? It is 292 from Q582. 292. Q582. 255 is what it's, or did it say 285? It's like 285, right? 292, I cannot. Okay, so 292. Okay, so it's like right around there. So I think that is waypoint alpha. So I'm willing to guess this is waypoint alpha. It's a lot of math and just triangulation. If you pass geometry in high school, you can probably play this just fine. Yeah. Also, I don't know why my iron nest is over here. I'm at E294. E294. Yeah, if you pass the geometry, you can probably play this and you'd be fine. I think that's battery 1. I'm willing to guess that's battery 1. And then bearing 351, which is up here. 351 is almost directly north. And then 426. Okay, oh boy. 4.26, which is... Well, the only one on the map is that point, so I'm pretty sure battery number 2 is here. Okay. Maybe we just try shooting these two down first, and then we can kind of work from there. I think I'm comfortable doing that. Let's hit these two first. We can't verify until these are dead, so we might as well just try it. All right. Do these need to be AP shells? I actually have no idea if AA is... I don't think they're armor. They need armor. I think you can just use standard shots for these. I don't know what they use, but maybe they did. Let's use... No, let's just use the APHE. Solves the math of if I need to do this or not. The one on each side here. So for both of these, we'll just do 3 powder shell shots. Let's get them slammed in. Got absolutely loose. I need to get up. There we go. Let's get our rotation ready as well, since we're gonna need... Actually, we don't need that much rotation. That's fine. I need to stop hard stopping that. That's probably a bad thing. It would be kind of cool to use real terrain maps. That would be super sick. I don't know if they did. I have not read any developer diaries on how this game was made, but I'd believe it. Slam that in. Slam that battery in. Okay. Let's get our calculations. So we're looking for 1149. This would be a lot easier if I had like a chart set up, but I haven't bothered making a chart yet. So 1149. And then we'll do 761. Okay. There we go. So those are our 2 shots. We're gonna do the bottom one first since we're already kind of angled that way, and then we'll do right and then left. So this one should be 45. This one should be about 30. And then we're gonna rotate to 32. Just like that. I think the game will tell me if I succeed, so we'll just keep an eye on that. Come on. Close enough. 30, 44. And then 45, 96. 45, 96. You can't hear me with all the machines? No, that's half the fun. That's part of the immersion. You have to be able to hear the machines over me. Alright, let's fire the right cannon. Let's see. 32-4. 30-44. Boom. Alright, now we're gonna get the second one going at 74-2. So we're just gonna rotate this a little bit. 74-2. What are you gonna write on the shell? What do you want to write on it? Unfortunately, we already loaded the shell. You have to wait until we get the next batch ready to go. Overshot it. Dang it. 74-2. And it is 45.96. Okay, it's ready to go. Kaboom! So long, sucker. Okay, good. So far, we knew the first shot was successful. So AA battery 1 is gone. Or sorry, number 2 was gone. Okay, we gotta get to the next reference waypoint. I think this is correct, so I don't need those anymore. Don't need that. Please tell me the second shot landed correctly. Please tell me my math was right. Yes. All right. I am so good at this. All right. Now we have to calculate the next 2 shots here, so we need to figure out reference point Bravo. Let's get rid of my schizo arrows. Actually, no, I kind of like keeping the arrows because they look really unnecessary. Like, the arrows just add to the fun. Let's get rid of the kill markers. They're in the way. So we're looking for bearing 297. 297 in this direction. And it is 6.8 from spotter 2. Oh, this is gonna be 6.8. Oh wait, no, this is fine. Okay, so at the very least we know there's only one intersection for waypoint Bravo, which is right around here. Okay, so then the next shot we need to aim is battery 3, which is gonna be 302 from Bravo. I'm just gonna drag 302, which is like in this direction here. 302. And we're looking for 329 from 3. So 329 would be right about here. 329. Okay, so it's got to be this intersection point here. So we're looking at right here where the numbers cross. And then the last one is bearing, what is this, 129 from battery 2. So that would be this direction to drag it out always. 129, and then we're looking at a distance of 781 from 3. So if I have to hope that this one is correct. What does it say? 4.81. So it would have to cross here. Okay. So based on my logic here, the crossing should be right about here. This should be where the last AA batteries. I'm gonna hope that I did this correctly. I think I did, but we'll find out. You failed geometry? I am so sorry. In that case, I hope you find comfort in your life, even though you failed geometry. We all can't be good at math. I only know how to do math because this is my job. I literally sit in front of a calculator and spreadsheets all day. My life is just basically Microsoft Excel, and I'm being forced to learn how to use Copilot, and I don't want to use Copilot. Copilot sucks. I hate Copilot. I don't like using AI. Like, I hate using the AI tools that all these companies have, but I think out of all the ones I've had to use, Copilot is probably the worst. And the only reason it's even relevant is because Microsoft is in every single company. And because of that, they're just like, yeah, well, we already have Microsoft Office. We'll just make you use Copilot. I'm like, I don't want to use Copilot, though. It's just the unfortunate reality of it. Okay, so these are the 2 shots here. Okay, so load that bad boy in. Load that bad boy in. We're gonna get rotating. Actually, we can do the right shot first. That one's already like this rotated enough. Okay, so we're gonna go bing bang 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 and bing bang 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 boom. God, I love how these look. Here's the Copilot and everything you need for your laptop. Exactly. It's the future. Listen. I can reject the future still, alright? There's an alternate timeline where all this AI stuff didn't go off and we would have super cheap phones and computers and RAM and gaming wouldn't be screwed over by the AI bubble. Unfortunately, that is not a timeline we live in, and it's very sad. Butlerian jihaded. Hey, I'm not questioning that. I thought it was Butlerian jihad, or for some reason I always thought it was Butler, but maybe it is a bit Butlerian. Now I'm kind of confused. Alright, so this one needs to aim for 33, and this one needs to aim for 37, so we gotta crank that up a little bit. I know it's from Dune. I'm looking at 737. I can't remember how it was spelled, though, was the problem. 33. 32 is what I'm looking for. I know what it is. I just can't remember if it was like Butlerian or Butlerian. I thought it was Butlerian, like Butler. But maybe I'm wrong. 76.6, 3780. Fire. And then we're going to rotate to 46 degrees. Okay, so I'm not crazy. All right, I'm glad that I'm not the crazy one for once, and that I actually did remember how it was spelled. You can't gaslight me. All right, there. Oh my god, I almost got it perfect. Okay, so bing bang. Oops. Off. 3372. Kaboom. I said net now compile wasn't what I expected. Yeah, no, unfortunately you live in the wrong timeline. You wanted to live in the Mega Man universe, you unfortunately got the metaverse timeline. Actually, I think metaverse is dead, right? No one cares about the metaverse. I don't think I've heard anyone talk about the metaverse and NFTs in so long that it's like, wow, those fads lasted like a whole year and then they just died, or like 2 years. All identified AA batteries have been destroyed. What? What just happened? Oh my god, how many? Wait. What? Why does it say? Whoa, hold on. What did it say? We just shot allies. What? Nothing about friendly fire reports. Discrepancy in sector fire reporting attributed to equipment fault matters. Discrepancy in sector fire reporting attributed to equipment failure. Matter is closed. Stand down for the evening? Oh my god, how many? What happened? No, I didn't fire at all in those directions. Look, I aimed exactly. I 100% shot exactly where I was meant to shoot. Oh god. Oh god, what if it actually has its own life? What if the Iron Nest is actually alive? I'm so concerned. What if this thing is actually alive and it says, I had a nightmare last night. I heard your footsteps and they sounded wrong. There were too many of them. I woke up covered in sweat. I hope you're all right, Tomas. Zuckerberg still remembers. And unfortunately, Zuckerberg, yeah, he probably still remembers his failure. I'm scared. What if this thing is alive? This thing might be alive. We fired multiple HCHE rounds on friendlies, but I wasn't even firing HCHC. See, that's how I know I didn't do it, because I was firing EPHE the whole time. Yeah, that's not me. I'm gonna, you know, before we go to sleep, let's turn off let's turn this off. Let's turn you off, buddy. Yeah, let's turn the machine off for the night. Can't believe Zuckerberg got a catastrophic failure. Google Glass wasn't said he could do for our doors. Listen, okay, I actually do like Google Glass. When I was a kid, I was hoping Google Glass was gonna be the future of like technology with AR, augmented reality. Instead, we just get shitty Ray-Ban meta glasses where every glasses has cameras on it and it sucks. I wanted like, you know, UI overlays in my glasses. It was such a cool concept and it just never happened. The Entente Reforged. The Premier of France has issued a formal apology for Britain for the loss of the HMS Rockingham, along with a list of concessions so extensive that the First Sea Lord has, the first time in months, found nothing left to demand. The Entente, once fractured over a single cruiser, now stands united against a considerably larger problem. The war over Alsace-Lorraine has now become a war over Europe. Okay, so World War I has now officially kicked off at this point. Because Google connects the process of people not wanting to be recorded in public. Yeah, I know, that was the other big problem too, obviously. But nowadays people are just like, well, we can just have, but Meta is now like, well, we can have everyone have camera glasses and people will willingly buy them and share their stuff. It's a bird, it's like an eagle. It's like, oh, you mean France? Yeah, France is like a chicken. I'm so scared to press the next mission. What is Flechette shell and propaganda shells? Interesting. God, I love seeing just like my schizo lines. Look at it. Just watch all my schizo lines like coming together. They're weirdly popular. Like, so there's this YouTuber, or like I don't know what he is. It's not on YouTube. I think it's like on Facebook. It's on like Instagram. whose videos I sometimes get. And his entire shtick is that he goes and he's in Japan and he records like shop owners as they prepare food and stuff like that. And I was like, it's kind of weird. I was like, but then he's like, oh, it's his glasses. He's got like those recording Ray-Bans. Oh, maybe it wasn't us. Maybe there's another iron nest. Look at this phantom battery. The iron nest has drawn counter battery fire before, but never like this. Something out there is matching iron nest shot for shot. You know, thankfully he does ask owners if it's okay, which is nice. Which is good, because if he wasn't asking that, that'd be really awkward. What is this, by the way? Winners of the Prove It to Recon contest. Daniel Smoking Barrels Brannigan. Bailey Stonewall Bill Williams. Can't read that name there. Vulpus Neo. Sergeant and Firing Officer of the 143rd Nest. Ching Shadow Lee. LMX5. Santonio Sonny Bracco and Lone Wolf Nick. Are these the developers? These might be the developers. Generally don't know how you long hair folks deal with it. Just for feeling brushing your nose squirrely. Well, because my hair is long enough that it's usually not brushing against my neck. Like, unironically, once your hair gets a certain length, it doesn't brush against your neck anymore because it's just flowing down your back. And you usually have clothes on your back that will make it not brush against it. Ching Admiral Lee was the U.S. Admiral from World War II. Yeah, I don't think this is the real Ching Shadow Lee. So, all right. So I guess we're fighting a ghost iron nest. Well, before we do the ghost iron nest fight, let me use the restroom and then we can come back and talk about hair lengths in a second. I'll be right back. Oops. You're not going to hear any music because I'm not in the music area. So you're just going to have to hear the silence of the iron nest. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. Sorry, I really wanted to eat some grapes, so I went and got myself like 5 grapes out of the fridge, and they were nice and cold and delicious and firm, and I wanted to eat them, so I gave myself like an extra minute or two to just kind of munch on those stupid things. I got cut watermelon and feta. How does that taste? I'm not really fond of watermelon personally. Let me read this thing that Alana posted. Okay, so he was an analytics rifle expert who initially rejected from the Navy for being legally blind, but he got in. He ended up being like the admiral-in-chief of the battleship fleet and was known for his really accurate gunnery. Well, you know, just because he was legally blind, doesn't mean he's bad at his job. I too might be legally blind if I didn't have my glasses on, so I kind of get it. I don't know what my accuracy in real life is, but I can tell you that I'm not very accurate with a bow and arrow. Anyways, let's do this mission. Salty and sweet. Okay, interesting. Anyways, we're now drawing counter battery fire from a mysterious ghost iron nest. Oh boy. Oh. I think we're under fire now, actually. That's not good. Oh! Hello. Incoming fire, emergency move. Start the engine. Oh, shoot. Oh, we have to turn the engine on. All right. I guess we're panicking now. All right, hold on. So start. Crank that up. Crank this bad boy up as well. Okay, so we got to lower this slightly. And then, how does this work? Oh shoot! I accidentally shut off too far. Okay, so do this, and then we have to move this to the run position. There we go. Okay, how much time do I have? I have 40 seconds. Emergency move immediately. All right, well, we gotta quickly move. We're under fire by something. Which one of these is emergency move? Here we go. Okay. So now we are moving away so we don't get exploded by whatever was trying to kill us. Counter battery timer pause. Iron nest is repositioning to Q to an unknown location. Got it. Unidentified battery has engaged your position. Relocation successful. We have deployed 3 listening posts in your sector. Unidentified battery remains active and will open fire once it has reacquired you. Locate and destroy the enemy spotters. When the unidentified battery re-engages you, they will provide intel. Each of the enemy spotters destroyed adds 90 seconds to the counter battery timer. Okay. All right, hold on. Let's prepare our gun for this. We don't even know where we are, which is the other problem. We're somewhere within T4. Okay, so why don't we do this? Why don't we call in a position report? We're in T4. So at the very least, we can get our exact location. Also, we gotta reseal everything. If you don't reseal these, I think your iron nest becomes slightly less effective, so that's why we're kind of having to close all the smoke and valves as fast as we can. Okay, so that's closed. Let's make sure this is sealed up too. Okay. So, what do we have? Okay, shows me... Okay, what the heck am I? Okay, hold on. Well, we don't need to know where they are right now, so let's quickly figure this out. So let's figure out our listening post. Our asset 1 is N695. N695. Post 2 is located at T680. T680. Okay. The Ness is vaping. No, the Ness is not vaping. The other Ness is trying to vape us out, though, which is kind of annoying. S222. S222. Okay, so we have our 3 listening posts. That's fine. We need to find the other spotters, which is the other problem. We need to also identify where we're at. Okay, so... why don't we call in another identifier? Let's call in another identifier at T. We gotta triangulate our position. Let's just call in at like T7. Okay, so with this information, so knowing that the convoy 1 is at T472. Okay, let's see, T4. Where the heck is T4? T472. we're located 0.73. And the other one is T720. And we're located 2.21. Okay, the problem is that we could be in either one of these locations. I think I need a third, opinion. Okay. There we go. So 131 from R713. So R713 at 131 degrees. Okay, good. I'm glad I did that because now I know exactly where we're at. So we've identified our location. We're here. We're at T499. So at least that's been resolved. But the problem is I don't know where the enemy targets are. Maybe we could call in a scout plane and maybe we can get an identifier. Like maybe if we throw a scout in, say, over F4. Let's see, F4. Let's try pulling a scout in over F4. I'm just kind of curious. Maybe we can get some detail of what we need. 'Cause I don't know where the end target is. I'm working blind. Interesting. There's nothing. Let's call in over Let's see if we call it over C4. I actually don't have that much requisition points. I really shouldn't be doing this because this is very expensive. It costs 60 points to do each of these. We'll seal this up real fast. Hopefully this will be fine. This is probably like the most intense mission. I think that's a spotter, right? Let's see. Okay, we did. Okay, so at the very least we can bomb that guy out of existence. Let's do that now. Let's just try to pop him. Gives me a little bit more requisition points as well, so it's a little bit nice to have. So let's go bomb this poor guy. Okay, so at the very least, that is a very far distance. Let's get... Let me think. So because we're fighting an iron nest, I assume we're probably going to have to use AP or... Let's see. Lethal only to infantry, so I think we have to use APHE shells for this. One. We'll do two. We'll do one on each of them. We probably should use high explosive for the infantry, but at the same time, I think it's fine if we just use whatever we have available to us. It's not that big of a deal. All right, let's get our bearing shot on this thing. So this is 17.62 kilometers. That's... Oh, there we go. We're under attack now. Wait. Oh! Oh, okay. Wait a sec. I have to move immediately. Okay, wait. So I have to... Okay, I see. I have to kill it fast. Okay, this is a lot nastier. Okay, so we're then T3. Okay, so shoot. Now I have to do the same thing. I have to identify where I'm at, and then I have to then... Jesus Christ, this is so annoying. Okay, so I know I'm in the T area. So... Oh, shoot. Okay, got it. It's a shootout. Yeah, I have to quickly identify where the target is, and my location is now unknown. Wait, we lost one of the listening posts. I guess the first. Bearings do not reconcile the same position. Possibly with this first battery, mobile heavy rail artillery continues running to enemy spotters. Okay, I know where the spotter is, but I have to find where I am because I can't make a good shot unless I know exactly where I'm located. So this is not useful anymore. Okay, so that's fine. Let's get that detail. Let's quickly crank this down to 7. Okay, this should be enough information, I think. And I know where I'm in T3. Okay, so let's see here. So we have to cross-reference this. So 177 from T774. Shoot. Let's get rid of all the markings real fast. I did not realize I have to do this like super fast. Okay, so delete all the map measurements. Okay, so I need T774. Bearing 177. That's a really weird bearing to have, but okay. Something like this. Really, T74. Yes. Hello, Garm. Good evening. located from T146. T146. I am 2.26 kilometers, so I'm probably... Okay, so I'm over here in this spot here, 98. Okay, so then I know that. So let's quickly bomb the other guy, or let's bomb the spotter, and that probably gives us a little bit more information to work with. So at least I know this one's over here. So let's move quickly. So thankfully a lot didn't change here. So at the very least, it's going to be a four powder shot. Jam that in there. Let's jam the other one in. I'm probably just going to do 4 powders on all the shots for this fight, I think. And we'll just hope that this is enough. I can't even bother to play music. I am hyper-focused right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. We gotta rotate this back downwards. Okay. Jam it in. Jam it in. I don't have a lot of time before they start firing at me. And I have to shoot soon, because if I don't, we're not gonna have enough time for the shot to land. I don't know what my timer is, but whatever it is, it's not gonna be pretty. Oh shoot. Okay, so this is gonna be 52. Oh my gosh, that's a fairly high shot. Okay, so let's get this one up to 52. 2. I don't know what this is gonna have to be, but let's just keep it like a little high so I don't have to move it. I don't have 20 seconds. I have probably more than 20 seconds. Don't panic me. Let's get this one up and running too. Oh shoot, I overshot this. Go down to 72.4, and I need to shoot it immediately, basically as soon as I'm ready. So bearing or angle 92, because then that should give me a little bit of time once they're dead. Okay, so then we're gonna just fire it. I'm not gonna check. Yeah, there is a nice window. It does close up whenever you start shooting though, because obviously you don't want to get you know, smacked by the pressure wave. So when we do D2 bearing 90. Okay, I have an idea. I need a star shell. Star shell. Where's my star shell? Here we go. Star shell. I want that on the left cannon. Okay, I'm gonna hope that landed correctly. So then we're gonna jam this one in there as soon as that one opens up. Okay, good. So that gave me a little bit of time. Fantastic. Okay, the problem is I don't know where the other one is. Relocation successful. Okay, here we go. Phantom battery distance is 14 from listening. Oh, okay, here we go. Okay, wait, hold on. I might be able to just kill it right away. Hold on. Now that I killed one, I think I can kill it right now. Let's see. I gotta be quick though. I have... Oh, no, that's not ideal. Okay, wait, hold on. Let's see. So, bearing... Listening voice, it is 267. So that is approximately here. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe what we're sending is encrypted, but it's not ever stated specifically. And then I need to, from listening post 3, which is down here, it is about 14.81 kilometers, which is 14.81 is right around. Okay, so at the very least, I know that the target's here. How much time do I have? 40 seconds. Could I prepare? I don't think I can fire in 40 seconds. Over there. That's a little too risky. 7. I could risk it. 77. 0.7. The problem is... no, I can't risk it. No, we have to emergency move again. I hate doing emergency moves because then I have to recalibrate where I am, and that's annoying to do. Okay. Unfortunately, this means my firing solution is not valid anymore. So I have to go blast it out of existence. I have to move this, and I'm hoping that it's not moving anymore, but I have no choice but to do this. Somewhere within T1. Okay, so why don't we do this? We have to position report ourselves. So I know it says T1, so if we go, what's one letter below T? TS? So if we go S1, and then we'll do S9. Okay, and then we just have to kind of finagle this together. So if I know from S9, 7-1, S9 71. I'm located 172 bearing. Okay, and from S100, I'm a flat 90. Okay, that's interesting. So I have to just drag this line out till what bearing? 172. Okay, so I'm located right there. Let's see if I can land a shot on this phantom target now that we have kind of acquired it. It might be moving. The game implies that it might be a moving target, but we'll find out in a second once I take the shot. So this is 1671. I better hope I land this correctly, 1671, or else I am going to be in a bit of danger, won't I? And you give me a new target. Crank this to, what does this say? 287? 4. 87. Come on. Anyways, how are you doing, Garm? Hopefully you're having a good evening and you're not suffering too much. I know you were sick last time, but hopefully you're not sick anymore. 74. Crank this up to 50. You know what? Actually, while we're doing this, I'm gonna also fling this shell the same direction too. This is the star shell. I want this one right there. While we're already aiming in this direction. Jam it in. 784. We need to crank this to 50.13. Come on. I think we just blasted. Screw it. How I have faith. I have faith in my ability to just finagle numbers at the last second and pray. And I'm gonna have this one fire at about the same distance anyways. I don't know if it really matters the star shell. I just need to make sure it has something. Let's get this one ready to load the next shell in as well. And I'm gonna pray that I hit this right. Otherwise we're gonna have to emergency move, otherwise we're dead. I'm probably gonna die here. Oh, I'm dead. Wait. What? It's moving. Oh, it's moving. Dispersed battery does not relocate. Railgun does not withstand a 800mm. This one did both. Reclassifying enemy. Single unit, multiple guns, mobile, heavily armored. Designate enemy iron nest. Glory to Castile. Okay, so the enemy relocated, which is incredibly concerning because now we know that it is in fact an enemy iron nest. So the problem is I don't know where they are, and I need to find them, and I need to also find their spotters. Now, we did find another spotter here, so we just have to make sure we can land a shot in that direction. So, assuming we don't get spotted immediately, we should be able to just blast this one into oblivion and give us a little bit more time. So I need to quickly prepare a firing solution again. So at the very least, it's going to be 2-8. So let's do that. Give me that, and then hide this one. And I think I already get this one ready to blast in there. Move this one in here. There it is. Move this one. I mean, to be fair, it was kind of assumed that you were going to have another iron nest. I'm dead. Do I get a little bit of time, or is it just one set of rounds instantly lethal? Okay. Well, I'm still alive, which is a good sign. So at the very least, I know I'm not dead yet, but it means they're going to be blasting at me very soon. So I have to quickly fix everything and hope I can kill their spotter. I could emergency move. No, I'm dead. I think I'm dead. I think they've zeroed me in. Maybe. Problem is that getting the shots ready to... This is actually a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, the friendly fire, I was like, that's really weird, because I didn't use any of those shells. So it made sense as like, oh, okay, it's not actually me, it's the other thing. I need to go for 48. Hopefully I'm fast enough to kill that spotter. I need to go to 76.5. No, I'm dead. I'm pretty sure this is dead. Screw it, 76.5. I'm just gonna pray. Maybe we take the shot and then we move. 76.5. We need to go for 48.84. Yeah, screw it. Yeah, blast it. We got an emergency move. Here we go, emergency move. Did we move fast enough? Oh, I'm dead. Goodbye. I failed Castile. Huh. I thought I was gonna have a much more dramatic explosive death screen. Interesting. Okay. This one requires me to move a lot faster. Okay, so we gotta move quickly. All right. So I'm at least aware. Let's put on some tunes to kind of get us into the mood too. Once we get the engine up and running. I think it took too long getting the engine running earlier, which was kind of the problem. I should not have taken that long to get the engine up and operating, but I did, so that's kind of my own fault. Okay, now we're running. Let's slow it down to run mode. Oh, there we go. Okay, good. Now we have to emergency move. So we have a bit of time. Emergency move is... Which one of these is it? I think it's this one. Okay. So far, so good. Okay, move quickly. And then let's seal this up here. Timer should have stopped at 44 seconds. Let's put on some tunes. We're gonna use... I like this one. Let's use this one. I put on the jazz of our time. I will drink water in a bit. I am gonna focus to win. Okay, so emergency move. Okay, so we know ceasefire, destroy position. That's fine. Counter battery timer pause. We're now within T5 somewhere. Destroying a spotter adds 90 seconds to the timer. Okay, so the problem is we have to kill this enemy iron nest. So this might actually be the last mission. I assume this is probably the final mission. So let's quickly slam this out so we can plan this. Go away, Vornklex. I need the table. Q697. So Q697. That's gonna be up here. That's listening post 1. Okay. 0302, which is gonna be over here. And then T487, so T4... let's see, T487... Okay, so the problem is I don't even know where the enemy is, so I'm gonna just call in a bunch of scout planes, and we'll just kind of do them... Let's see here, if we do... I have an idea. What if we use 4 observer? Let's just call in at G. Let's see. Let's call in at G6, and then I'm gonna call 2 tiles to the right at F6. Let's see. Wait, we might actually know where the phantom battery is. Okay, that's fine. Let's also call in position report. No, not position. I need the scout plane. Scout plane over. Let's say C4, C5, and then we'll do it also at A, and then we're gonna do it again at E. So it's gonna cost a lot, but at least gives us a decent amount of identifying information. Then we're also gonna prepare APHE shells on both sides now. 1, 2. I'm gonna prepare basically a set of 2 on each side. See what we got. What are we dealing with? Okay, so we found 2 of them. This one will require AP, which is good. We have AP. Now we need to figure out where we're located. Okay, so let's see here. So we need to find out where we are, which means we're gonna call position report. Okay, and we'll call. We know we're near T1, so let's go move all the way here to T. Let's go move up to like T4, and then we'll do. I'll do S4 as well. That should give me enough bearing to figure out where I'm at. Okay, so it's kind of annoying that it's like 2 distance locations, but that's fine. So very least convoy 2 is reporting at S. Okay, before we do that, let's quickly just drop these in. I'm probably gonna need. I don't know how much powder we're gonna need is the problem. Hopefully this is at least exciting. Like the franticness of this all is at least somewhat unique. Okay, so. Convoy 2 is S481, S481, and we're located about 1.12 kilometers, so that's about here. And then from T462, T462 located 1.17. The problem is that there's 2 potential locations we could be in. What did it say we're located in? T5. Okay, so if I know I'm in T5, that means we have to be at this intersection right here. So I know we're... Oh, shoot, I messed it up. It's T487. I don't know why I moved that one. T487. Go see. Okay, so where is the iron nest marker? So we're located right here. Let's quickly knock out the spotters. Okay, so I know one of the spotters is here. Let's go just quickly blast that one. So we're gonna need at least 4 powders on each of these shots. That's fine. So we'll do 4 powder, 4 powder. Let's knock these 2 out both. So bing, bang, bang, boom. Get over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get these slammed in. We're gonna need to go rotate a little bit again, so let's go with this one straight around. This one needs to be jammed in. Again, we're on a bit of a timer, so I'm trying to move quickly. Let's see, let's get to 15, 6, 8. We'll do 4 charges, 15, 6. God, I thought that was ready to go. Okay, that's fine. And then 17, 2, 5. Good. Okay. So I know the bear. Okay, so I know what angles we need. So let's link these. Let's go push these up to about here. Unlink. This is gonna go drop down a little bit. Timer's not active. As long as that timer's not running, I'm happy. Once that timer starts running, I am concerned. Oh shoot! I overshot this significantly. You gotta rotate back over there. Seal this back up. That's fine. Anything else smoking? Nope, we're good. Overshooting. Okay. Okay, so we gotta adjust this. I think. Oh, we're under. Okay, we're under fire again. Okay, so I think we're gonna get this first shot off, and then we're just gonna immediately have to relocate. Shoot. Yeah. Okay. So I need to go to. Come on. 167. Oh god, this is gonna take forever. Come on, come on. 167, come on. And then I got immediately emergency move 167, so we're gonna drop there. 167.9. Oh shoot, I'm an idiot. 167.9. Okay, screwed. I think that's the left cannon, right? Yeah, screwed. Blast it. I have 5 seconds. Can I emergency move in time? I might not be able to. Let's see. Okay. I emergency moved as fast as I could, but it might not have been enough. Yeah, I think we got hit, so that was our last, that was one of our lives. Okay, that's annoying. That's fine. We have to quickly figure out where I'm at again. Hopefully that adds the 90 seconds to it. I need 2 position reports. Where did we move to? Somewhere within T6. Okay, so I hit the thing, but not it. That's not ideal. I thought I hit this. What did I hit? Oh shoot, I need the other one. Dang it, I didn't get the target. Ugh. Okay, so I need to... If I hit the scout, that would have been fine, but I didn't hit the scout. Okay, so I need to identify where I'm at. Okay, just give me Q1, and then we're gonna go get T5, and then we'll use that to identify our location. Okay, so our new location is located about... I need some more. So T5, okay, so T545, which is here. We're located 149 and bearing 32 from Q131. Q131. The problem is actually no, that's fine. So 32, which is it's one of these two. So I have to identify. Okay, so we're located in. What are we in? T6. Okay, so that at least helps triangulate us, so I know we're here. I think this is our location here, so I need to now prep the next shot, which I'm going to aim for the scout to give us the 90 seconds on the clock, which unfortunately is a very, very long shot. Thankfully, it isn't too bad. So 1793. Get that in here. 1793. Okay, prepare that, and then we're gonna also just get the next shot ready as well. And we need to rotate to 1738. 1738. Hope this is enough to get that scout so we don't die. And And then I need this to be angled 5379, and we're just gonna fire it as soon as it's ready. 79. I'm just gonna pray. I'm gonna pray that this is enough. It might not be. Because I might not have enough timer on the clock left. Okay, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. Get that one jammed and ready. Get this one jammed and ready too. Okay. And then we gotta do a scout over, I want to say G6. I want to scout over G6 bearing 0. Scout over G6 bearing 0. I am running out of requisition points, which is a huge problem. Okay. Did I hit the scout? Unfortunately. Okay. Good, so at a time. Good, so with that knowledge, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to emergency move so they don't immediately blow us up. That's fine. We scoot around a little bit. Okay, so timer's paused for a little bit more time. Phantom battery. Okay, here we go. I think if we hit the phantom battery again, maybe it's enough to kill. So let's see. If we can quickly identify where the phantom battery is and we just knock it out, maybe we'll be Gucci. Let's quickly just try to kill it. Okay. So I have this information. Okay. Let's get rid of these crazy red lines. Okay, so I know from the listening post we can identify their location. So bearing 258 from point 1. So 258 is going to be hereabouts. Let's just drag it all the way out. 258. And then a distance from 10.04 from 2. There's only one spot where it could be 10.04. Okay, so it can only be in that spot. So now we need to identify where we are. So we're going to call in 2 more position reports here. Let's see. So I know we're in unknown location. It doesn't even tell me. Oh, so we're in T4 somewhere. Okay, so let's drag this to T4. And then let's quickly just, we'll do T7 or T8, and then we'll do about S3, or S1 is fine. Okay, that's fine. So then I have these 2 locations, and then it says here, let's get rid of these circles here. It's not necessary. So, God, from R172, R172 is down here. We're located 3.8, so 3.8 is going to be here, and then from T858, which is T858, we are located 4.52. Okay, and it says we're in T4, so we're definitely located like right here, so I know where we're at, and then we're going to just try to blast the threat, which I've identified is here. So we're gonna go right there. Okay, we're just gonna see if the 2 shots is enough, because normally if it takes 2 shots for us to die, it probably takes them 2 shots to die too, is gonna be my logic. So we'll drop that in there to get this prepared too. So let's slide that in there. We're gonna rotate it. Thankfully the rotation that we have to do is not that far. Our bearing is very easy because, I mean, we're basically east and west of each other, so it's not that bad. The main issue is getting the guns to the correct angle. Oh my goodness, the stress that this is putting me under is actually, it's intoxicating. 1524, I don't even have this prepared, so 1584 is going to be what? My guess is that this is probably going to be like, I want to say like 40 something, like maybe 49. 47, I was kind of close. 4752. Okay, 47. 47, 5, 2. Alright, let's put an end to this evil. Let's put an end to the evil iron nest. Because I don't know where the other scouts are, and I am basically just going off with. I'm having to go off with vibes. And trying to quickly triangulate based on whatever information I'm receiving. So I'm gonna hope this is fine. If not, we're probably boned. I think I can afford 1 more scoop. Based on the information that I have, this should be correct. Please be correct. I was off so slightly. Wait, I can still shoot. Hold on. Hold on, I can still take another shot. Wait, no. We know where it is. Okay, hold on. We can still take a shot. Yeah, we can still take a shot. Okay, wait, hold on. I got this. We can do this. Because they have... Okay, that's fine. And then, the distance is basically just slightly longer, so I need to crank the angle probably by like 0.2 degrees. So, oh shoot, oh no, it's wrong one. I gotta go to 47.55. Let's go 47.55. 47.55. Come on. All right, screw it. All right, it's do or die. This is basically we live or we die, depending on if the shot lands. I could try to scoot one more time, which is probably the smart idea, but I'm trying to avoid it if I can. Because again, the point cost is so high. But it takes 30 seconds for the shot to... I think I have to scoot, actually. Wait, instead of emergency moving, what if we just use the, I thought there was like another here, move direction. Okay. We can move in a specific direction. Let's move... Let's move 1 kilometer bearing 270. Okay, wait, hold on, let's see here. Okay, wait, hold on, moving 1 kilometer. It's still, okay, the enemy iron nest is still moving. It's still alive and it's repositioning, which is super annoying. Yeah, I gotta reload the gun, you're right. I forgot to, shoot, I'm out of shells. So many things to think about. Okay, let's get the 80 shells here. Okay, so 1. Okay, 2. Second one in there. Running out of points. Thing is, I don't know where the enemy scouts are. Maybe I just try to blast the thing is the problem. What do you think? What if I call in a scout plane? Let's see. Scout plane over... Let's see, I3. This is basically like the last scout I'm allowed to have. Let's go over I3. I think if I do this again, I think I know what I want to do next time, but I'm just working with what I have. Okay, so we blast that goober out of existence. I moved 270, 1 kilometer. So that means if I move 1 kilometer here, I should be here. So if we can blast the scout, that at least gives us another 90 seconds. Okay, so this is 10.13. Shoot, I gotta get these. I gotta get the shells ready. I keep forgetting. Like, there's like so many things that I have to keep doing. Let's get the powder in here now. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm running out of powder too. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm doing too much powder. Okay, so then I need to go. What does it say? Okay, 10. Okay, 10, 13. 13, which is right around there. Okay, that's fine. That's good. Let's get this one jammed in there too. Okay, we're gonna rotate towards 2637. 637 is like there. Okay, and then this one I wanted to cap at 30.9. So we'll be right around there, and then we'll blast it immediately. Let's also get some ranging with the position reports. No, the forward receiver. And we'll just crank it at like D1, and then let's give it D9. Okay, so then once we're at 30.39, we're just gonna fire it right away, 30.39. So I can't wait at this point. We have to just kind of commit 30.39, and then this is 7. Yes, okay, so that's the left cannon blasted. Okay. And then let's see, so that shot's been done. I'm gonna hope that I'm doing this correctly. I'm praying that I'm doing this right. Okay, so then we know that the phantom target is here and here, so... Well, that's a spotter. I don't think... Wait, hold on. So 145 from D935. Shoot, okay. Do I still have the opportunity to scoot? Hold on. Yes, I do. Okay, so I think I can still scoot. That's fine. But you do need to pause in order to minimize the timer. So, let's see here. I need to identify where the target is now. Let's do H9. Let's see here. Responder 1. Okay, so Phantom is that Phantom battery bearing. Okay, wait, hold on. Okay, so here's my plan. We're gonna scoot. And then with the information that we received about where this Phantom battery might be, we should be able to identify it. So let's see here. Forward operators 4 shoot, come on. Forward ops 4 has a location. Oh my god. And then let's see here. The listening posts have bearings and distances. Let's use this. So let's clear out our schizo lines. So Phantom battery 1. So from position 1, bearing 267 is going to be right around here. 267 is like right around here. I basically get one shot, and that's it. And then Phantom batteries, this is 855 from position 2, so that's 855, which is right around here. So that's the target location. Okay, so I know where we need to go. So that's the primary target. Okay. Let's quickly get a shell loaded in one of these stupid things. Where's the dang thing? Okay, so I need this one ready to blast. Flip this. Okay. Jam it in there. Jam the other one in. Is it ready to jam in? Oh wait, this cannon was ready the whole time. Okay, good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we need to figure out where we're located. So I need 2. Oh gosh, wait, I can only do 2 position reports. We're out of points. Okay, so we'll do O1 and we'll do S7. Okay. All right. Oh God. So from O1, 7-3, we're 85 degrees. Oh wow, we're all the way in this direction. Okay, that's fine. And then from convoy 8, from S784, S784, we're located 571. Wait, what? Oh, is this? We're T1, so we gotta be here then. I think this is basically the only spot we can be at. Okay. God, that is annoying. I think it's here. I think that's the closest spot. Okay, so then we have to just drag. We have to create the firing solution, which is to this location. All right, let's pray that I am smart enough at this game that I actually landed the shot correctly. So with a 4 powder shot going for 1403. Let's see, 1403 is gonna put us at 4299. We've got to crank this up to 288, so we'll crank that up, and then we'll switch this to 4288 or 4209. 4209. All right, here. This is basically our last shot because I can't really afford any more shots at this point. Oh, I went the wrong. I overshot it. Okay, so 2. I can't spin this fast enough. I'm spinning as fast as I can. 288. Okay. 88, 4209. All right. Pray that the shot's enough. Worst comes to worst, we can get another shot in at least, so we can maybe smack another one of these goobers. There is a spot here that seems like we can get a shot right around here to maybe knock out this scout spotter as well. So we'll quickly get bearings on that, which is 304.3. And that should be enough to at least get us a little bit more time against the target. So 304.3. 3. Yep, they're already ranging on us, which is about what I expected. 3. And then we need to go aim for 12.26. So 12.26. What is the firing solution for this nonsense? Get that going. I forgot to jam this in. Oh, I already did. Okay, good. So then we're aiming for 36, not 78. Wait. Oh, shoot. Yep. Okay. And then we're aiming for shoot. 3. Yep. Screw it. Okay. Let's see. Phantom battery moved again. Unfortunate. All right, that's fine. Jam this one in. I'm out of shells over there. So this is basically the last shot I have at this point. I can't emergency move either. We're so boned. I think this is over. It's so ogre. Yeah. Yeah, I missed this. I missed the spotter. It's over. Yeah. I must have messed up the angle on that last one. Was it 304? Yeah, I think I didn't get my initial position correct, so that's kind of why a lot of the shots missed. Yeah, you can see right here I missed it just barely, and then over there I missed as well. Well, we have to try again. I'm pretty sure this is the last mission. This is definitely the hardest one. But I'm out of options. Yeah, I am unfortunately out of options here. The game does give you like a couple seconds, like maybe get your shot if you really care, but I don't think we're gonna be able to get the shot in. So I accept defeat. The other one got me. I guess we'll just maybe go out with a bang and get our last shot in. I don't think 2 degrees is gonna matter too much, but yeah, I would have had to shoot it a little bit further up. That's unfortunate. Oh well, it happens. Oh god, you failed Castile. All right, let's try this one more time. I'll give it one more shot. God, that's actually really hard. It's actually really tough, like unironically. I'm trying to open up a Steam overlay real quick. I just wanted to check something. Yeah. I wonder if this would be easier if I had a calculator, like a physical calculator. I should have used a larger shell, honestly. Like if I'm going for scouts, I should have like a larger shell, and I should have one cannon dedicated for the iron nest targeting shell, and I could have the other cannon prepared for the other nonsense, like the scout shells. I think that's probably the correct thing to do. That's probably where I messed up. All right, we gotta do the same thing again. So we gotta prep. We gotta immediately emergency move, turn the thing on, and then we gotta find our targets quickly. Let's try this again. Okay, so it's starting. Let's get this up and running. So your start there, and we're gonna crank this down a little bit. Good enough. Okay, pull this. Oh, apparently it was not enough. Shoot, I messed up. Oh, God, it's gotta be like almost perfect. Okay, then we gotta keep this on the run position. Good enough, I think. Okay, then we gotta immediately run away. So emergency move. Here we go. Do that. Let me make sure this is correct. It's not correct right now. Let's just quickly adjust it. I don't know why these numbers are wrong. There we go. Okay. Oh God. I promise I don't know where to find this target. I don't even have my spotters ready either. So I know if I take a shot, they're immediately gonna find me. Okay, let's do this first. Let's quickly load the shells in. What if so we're gonna use the left cannon strictly for anti iron nest shelling. So we'll do basically, we'll just full load it with 6. The APHG shell gives me a little bit more leeway with my accuracy, and then we're gonna load high explosive, high capacity, high explosive on the right cannon. We'll load 4. Now I need to identify the let's quickly put in the okay, so I need our listing spotters. Why does it sound like nothing's moving? Did our engine turn off? Oh shoot, is our engine off? Oh, it is off. What happened? Oh my god, I have to turn the engine back on. Whatever happened, the engine shut off for some reason. There we go. I must have kept the chokes open. There we go. Now we're good to go. Okay. So quickly identifying our locations again, our targets again. So T277 is going to be right around here. That's spotter 1. Okay, spotter 2 is going to be located T562. which is going to be right over here. They've already been there. And then spotter 3 is going to be located R677. R677 is not on map, but it's going to be like right around here. Okay, so we know the 3 locations. Okay. We need to find the spotters first. Spotters have to die. I wonder if we kill all the spotters, they can't do anything anymore. So the cheapest option, I think, is if we use... Scout plane is probably the easiest option, but if we also do... Let's see, what are my other choices here? If we use position reports are probably a lot cheaper. Let's do scout plane over... We'll do scout plane over F5. Let's do scout plane over F5. Because again, without any intel, this is really hard to figure out what's happening. And then we'll do another scout plane over H5. So we got any targets. Okay, good. So we have 2 targets. We can knock those out back to back, I think. I think we can both use those whatever shells we have. Okay, that's fine. So at least that'll give us extra time to work with. And then now we need to identify our location, so we're gonna need position reports. We'll need 1 position report. I know we're in T somewhere, so let's get a T1, and then we'll get a... Let's go for R5. Okay, so then I want this information. Okay, so from R700, which is gonna be bottom right corner, you are located 254 bearing, which is over here. Wow, wait, 254? From R700, really? 254. Oh, where are we? 254. We are... Is that right? Wait, how far did we move? From T108, T1080, what the? Whoa. 310. Where did we move? Really weird. Okay, hold on. It's 310. Okay, so we're gotta be around here. Okay, so at least I know where we're at approximately. That's fine. I think what we're gonna do is we're just immediately gonna blast the 2 scouts back to back since they're about the same bearing. We should be able to smack these as fast as possible. So let's quickly get this up and running, or moved correctly to the right direction. Let's move this to 290. Let's start loading these in. I will use the APHE shells just because it's what we have. But when it comes to shooting down the actual main target, we will have to use these fancy shells that we got. That's fine. The other one loaded as well. This is gonna be the explosive shell. 1, 2, 3, 4. Load that bad boy up. This thing's also kind of sealed up, so... 1. No more music. Only vibes. Only the sound of crushing metal. 4 is probably unnecessary for this. I just realized, but I'm already kind of committed to it. I overshot it. That's fine. Commit that. That's fine. Yeah, it's all about the vibes. So we're aiming for 698. Okay, and then we need to stop this from rotating. I think I overshot it again. Keep overshooting it. And then the other one is 593. So 593. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so at least we have the two bearings. Okay, this one's gonna stop in a second. Are they moving up? Okay, so we need this to be at 17 approximately. And the other one to be at 20. And I need them to be... This one is... We're gonna do 295 first. 295.4. Adjust this. So this one we're gonna keep at 1779, which we're almost correct on. Actually, let's fire this one first. 294. Okay, screw it. 294. High explosive. Okay, good. Because we're gonna get revealed as soon as we fire, and then that means we have to immediately figure out how we're going to deal with emergency moving out of the way. But if we knock out 2 scouts, I think that gives us at least a decent amount of time to kind of figure out what we got to do next. So 290.3. 290.3. So yep. Okay, fire that. Yep, timer's already ticking, so we're gonna move now. We're just gonna skedaddle. Okay, I need to. We're gonna load the next shells right now while we have a chance to do so. It does take some time to eject the previous shell, so at least we have some time to wait on that. Okay, so we've successfully moved out of the way. Oh my goodness, I was completely off. What? Oh my goodness, I completely missed the targets. How? How did I cock it up that badly? Oh, lordy, we're doomed. I'm so boned. I don't know how I cocked that up so badly. Oh lord. Okay. Okay, hold on. Okay, so at the very least we know. Let's see. Let's try to get the phantom battery at least on the next shot, and we'll try to smack the those things as well. There's a lot of scouts here that at least we know where more of them are, so at least that gives us more opportunities to hit. In the meanwhile, let's identify this. So from position 3, they're located about 13.82. So 13.82 is gonna be here. Okay, and then we're looking for bearing 268 from position 2, which is here. So we're looking for 268. 268. Okay, so at the very least we know that's the primary target here. Okay, so God, this is gonna be like 2 annoying back-to-back shots. I'm gonna have to finagle. I have 10 seconds to do them. I think we have to hit the scouts first then. We gotta figure out where we're at. Where am I? Where am I? So it says we're located in Q8 somewhere. So why don't we finagle Q? We'll do Q1, and then I'm doing like a little bit around it, so we'll go like Q8 or Q7 S9 to give me a good bearing on where I need to be. Come on. Okay, so then with this information, I should know where I'm at now. So from Q136 is going to be right around here. Q136. We are 7.31 kilometers away. 731 is about here, and then from S977, which is all the way up here, S977, we're located 253. 253. Wait, really? S977 253. Okay, what the heck? Okay, wait a second. In Q1, did I? Oh, okay, so it's got to be here. I think we're... Wait. Oh, shit. Q8. Okay, hold on. So if we're in Q8, we have to be... Okay, so that's... Okay, I found our location. Okay, so I know where we're at. So we're here. So I think what we have to do is I have to kill the 2 scouts first. That gives me about 2... That adds 90 seconds each. So these 2 are about on the same plane or same direction, so I can probably just back-to-back shoot them if I land correctly. So here's hoping that this next shot will be correct. I, at this point, am a little concerned. I will try to conserve my powder charges here, so we'll aim for a double powder charge shot, not more than that. Then we're going to start rotating as well down to the 250s. Okay, jam it in. Jam it in. And then next shell ready to fire as well, although we do need to get our distances. So 2 powders, 496 here, and then we need 711, because I think all the shells weigh the same anyways, so that part doesn't really matter too much. So this is the top one, this is the bottom one. Okay, so I know that, correct. Okay, I overshot this by a significant margin. That's fine. We'll just get this bearing up and running. So this is going to be 42 on the left here, and then we're going to do 29 on the right side. So this should be approximately correct. It's going to be down here. Okay. We're going to have to crank that up a little faster, please. I am on a bit of a time crunch. 2976, 2976. Okay, and then here. That's fine. You overshot it again. I like babying this one is super annoying because 4266 42. Okay. Let's do it. Okay, there we go. 2976. Yep, okay. So blast that one, and then we're gonna rotate down to 2494. 2494. At 2. Okay, yep, and then just blast this one. And then as soon as the timer moves, we're gonna immediately start doing the emergency move. So I'm just gonna keep that in ready, because... Yep, I hear the sounds. Okay. Let's start moving. Actually... Maybe I don't have to move. No. Let's play it safe. Let's play it safe. Let's emergency move. I don't want to emergency move because then I have to like reorient myself, but I think this is fine. I probably didn't have to do this, but I think it's okay. Okay, because I think now... Did the phantom battery move? Okay, so it does keep moving. That's super annoying. No, actually, no, it's still the same. Okay, so as long as... Okay, we gotta shoot it down. Okay, so at least I paused the time. Wait. I think I wasted my emergency move. Wait. No, I did the wrong one. I was loading shells I didn't need to load. Oh my god, I think I'm losing it. Yeah, I think I'm losing it. Because I know where the target is, but getting a shot on it is actually surprisingly difficult. This is not even... Okay, this high explosive shell. That's fine. Jam it in there. This is a propaganda shell, which I don't really want. This is the APHE shell, which is the one I do want. So let's get that in there. Okay, I need position. In position towards. Where does it say I'm at? S7. Okay, so let's quickly locate around M1, and then quickly go for about R9. Get rid of this information here. Don't need that. That's all dead. Okay, so then, thank goodness, two directional bearings is really good because at least I can get an idea. So I'm R986. R986 is going to be right around here. R986 is here, bearing 171. So 171 is about here. And then from M198, which is around here, I am at 41. Okay, so I know that I am approximately there, which should align with the fact that I'm in S7. Okay, so we need to prepare 2 new firing solutions, one for the main target and then also one for the scout. So let's see here. I know I'm here. Target 1 is over here, so that's the primary, and then secondary target is one of the scouts. So wait, there's scouts right on top of us. That's really weird. But I can't really rotate it that far. God, there's a lot of scouts on this map. Good lord. We'll aim for this one. I think is fine. Probably not an ideal solution, but I think it'll be okay. So there's going to be a 3 powder charge shot on each of these. So the APHE one has to be the first one. So let's just prepare that firing solution at 1442. 1442 is about here, and then I'm going to need a second firing solution at 1091. 1091. Okay. So I know these are this and this one. Let's also make sure we're rotated. We're going to focus fire the big target first. So 3573. Oh shoot, I didn't load this one yet, did I? Dang it. This is loaded with, I think this is a high. Okay, that's fine. So this is this 1, 2, 3, and this should also be 1, 2. I should have loaded these earlier, because now it's gonna take a few seconds, because then I have to do the bearings or the angle. Yeah, because now waiting for the angle is gonna be the annoying part. Ugh. All right. So we're gonna do the. We're gonna aim for the nest first, and then we'll aim for the scout after. But again, because this machine is a little slow, it will take a hot minute. Aiming for 57 and then 43. This really needs 2 players, is all I'm gonna say. 2 players with this would go really hard right about now. Please, game. Okay, so at least we can adjust this to fine-tune this to 6.4. Because again, we're doing 2 back-to-back shots, and that's going to be really rough. 6.4. Okay, so right about there. And then the other one is we're 57, 6.8, 6.8 here. Okay, and then we're just gonna fire the APHE round first. And then we're gonna quickly rotate up another 15 degrees until we're at 173, which shouldn't be too difficult. Because they're gonna start zeroing in on us in a second. Once you take your first shot, they start zeroing in on you. So then we're gonna go 173.6 and immediately blast that person to death. Fantastic. Okay, so then we're gonna get the explosive shell ready here, get the HE shell ready here as well. Okay, timer should be starting in a moment. Once the first shells land, I think that's when the timer starts to kick off again. So once we gotta start preparing shells. Yep, that's kind of what I figured. All right, I already hear the noise. Timer's up and running. I think we hit it, so they probably started moving. So get this one up and ready to go to. Get this one up and ready to jam in there. Once it's ready to take it in, come on. Okay, we have a little bit more time. Okay, so kind of better to the west. Okay, so let's get these ready. We're gonna try to do the same thing. 2 shots back to back, hopefully targeting the same one of the scouts and also the main target. That way we don't have to move, ideally. Okay, so we have to quickly figure this out. Okay, so let's get rid of our schizo marks. So fan banner bearing 265 from position 2. Position 2 is located over where's position 2? Oh god, I lost position 2. Where's position 2? Oh Jesus Christ. Hold on, fuck. I don't want to have to do this. I lost position 2. I have to just I'm just have to emergency move until I can reorient myself because I lost it. T562. What the heck? Did I miss it? Oh, it's over there. I'm blind. I'm actually blind. Holy moly. 265. So we have to go bearing 265, which is right around here. Let's drag it all the way out 265. I will succeed this mission. I'm pretty sure I can do this. 265, and then 14 kilometers off of 3, which I know is up here. So 14 kilometers. Doesn't look like it moved too far. It was real panic. I was like, oh god, I lost it, and then I was like, oh. All right, so at least we know position 2 is probably like right around here. So that's gonna be the new target location, and then I need to identify where I'm at. It says I'm located somewhere in R10, so we can adjust in R10 using position report, please. Okay, so working around R. Let's just go get a. Let's get a R5, and then we'll get a P9. Wait, is that? Did I say R10? Okay, so I think I know where the target is. That's good. So at least I can... Now I need to identify where I'm at using this information. Here we go. So Convoy 8 says they are about 3.14 from T993. So T993 is going to be located right around here. And they are about 350... or 3.14, so about pi distance away. So they're in this corridor, it's in this window, and then from R592, we are located 353. Okay, the 353 is gonna be right around here is the problem, and I think this is we're in R10, so we have to be all the way up here basically. Okay, so I know our location. So now we have to then take our shot. We got to get our shots ready. So shot 1 again is to the primary target, which is right in this intersection. And then we should probably go murder one of the scouts, is my guesstimate. So let's go shoot down. Let's see. Thankfully, there's this one right here on our path, so we can just do that. So have we loaded shells? We have APHE and HC. Let's see. Okay, so it's gonna be. Oh shoot! Wait, what? Okay, so. APHE is on the left. This is going to be at least 3 charges. And then the other one is going to be 1 charge for the high explosive shell because it's so close, right? Did I read that correctly? Yes, okay, fantastic. Actually, wait, could I... Hold on, if I'm using the large explosive shell, I might actually be able to tag 2 of these together. Hold on, let's do this shot, I think, instead. That's probably better. So we can at least target 2 of them. So 2 birds with 1 stone, so let's get rid of This one, that's fine. Let's also get the rotation up and running, and we're gonna start jamming that in. This one should be jammed in. So we gotta get the cannon angle correct, and then let's see here. I think we'll just do them in the same order as before. We'll aim for the big one in the back. Further distance, that's gonna be 2419. Now, my assumption is that because this one's probably going to be near max because of its distance, the other one's probably going to work mids direction. Because I put in 3 powder charges at 1496, that's probably going to be like near 60 degrees. And then the other one is 362 at 1 charge, which is probably going to be about halfway if I 62. So that's going to be, it's going to be about like, I want to say 45 degrees. Oh wait, sorry, wrong one. There should be 1 charge. We gotta redo that calculation. Okay, yeah, I was actually almost on point with that. So let's do this one first. That's 5984 on the APHE. Blast it. 241. Perfect. Okay, and then we're gonna quickly adjust our rotation down to 232 while we adjust this one to 43, which is gonna have to go up here, and then this is done here. So now we have to crank this up just slightly. Oh my god, I am like moving my brain as fast as I can right now. 27. Okay, and then we need to adjust this to 4344. If I did this right, killing 2 scouts with 1 shot is probably gonna be perfect. Okay, blast it. Okay, then get rid of the old shots here. We need to figure out where the target is now. Hopefully we have time. So it should add another 3 minutes to the timer, and I think with 3 minutes on the clock, we should be fine. Yeah, I think with 3 minutes on the clock, I'm more than comfortable. Yeah, okay, we're fine. Okay, so enemy iron nest has been hit. Oh, I did kill one of our friendly convoys. That's a little unfortunate. Still mobile, still reposition. Come on, type out your data faster. I need to figure out where the target is. Okay, here we go. Here's our new bearings. So at least I know where. Okay, so let's get rid of our crazy marks again. So from position 2, bearing 270, so straight 90 degrees. And then from position 3, it is 14.28 kilometers away. 14.28. It's actually not moving too far, which is kind of nice. So that's about where we need to go. So before we do that, let's quickly load the shells. I gotta get the shells loaded in here. Jam that bad boy in. That's the APHE, right? Okay, good. And then let's see. Where's the nest? It's up here. Okay, so we gotta get this out of the way. We gotta draw our target line here. Hopefully 3 shots is enough. If not, it's okay. We can shoot down the scout behind. Let's also load in an HE shell in there. HCHE shell on the right cannon, because left is strictly for the other one. Okay, so this is gonna be, oh god, I'm running out of powder for this. 1, 2, 3. If it's exactly 15 kilometers, you can use 3 shells, and you can basically go angle 60, and that's fine. So the other one, since we're flinging in an HCHE shell, this one's gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, probably. Yeah, I think it's gonna be 4, and we'll probably have to grind this to like 45 degrees is my guesstimate. So just quickly jam those in there. Let's get the rotation up. Thankfully, we don't have to rotate too much. We'll just increase this ever so slightly. We'll just jump this up all the way to 60. That's okay. Okay, so 3415 is going to be the high explosive shot. And I think that's correct, right? Like if I even plug it in here, it's going to say you just got to dump it all the way at like 60 degrees, I think. This is probably not necessary for me to check, but I'm just going to check anyways. Just, I'm kind of curious if that's correct here. 3 powder charges. What are we gonna do? Yep, you got to do... Yeah, okay, that's fine. And then we got to do 1579 with 4 charges. 1579. Okay, put 4 charges in. Yeah, we are doing fast math here. Okay. I guess we can adjust it down ever so slightly. Okay. APHE. Bearing 2415. Okay. Left cannon, ready to fire. Okay, then we're gonna quickly drop this down to 240. And And then we're gonna kill the scout right behind it. We do need to adjust this to 4737, which we were fairly closely. 4737, 4737, 4737, bearing 240. Fire HCHG, and pray that that was correct. I am going to pray that that was correct. I don't know how many shots it takes to kill this stupid thing. This thing is like surprisingly durable. I think if we can hit it one more time and it's probably dead if it's not dead yet. But I do need to load APHE shells, so let's quickly get some on the left one right now. Where is the APHE shell? Here we go. Let's go slam this out on the left one. I want a second. And then let's get another HCHG. Where the heck did the HCHG go? Here we go, and let's go right. Okay, timer's still ongoing, which is not a good sign, so it probably moved again. It did in fact move again, so I have to do it one more time. Let's see, I might not have enough time, but we're gonna try. Let's see. If I'm quick, we might be able to shoot it down. Let's see, I have... Okay, got it. I have 3 minutes. Okay, so let's get rid of our markings again. So from... Wait a second, did I not hit it? Oh my god, I didn't hit it. Holy cow, I completely missed. I don't know how I missed that so badly. All right. I must have misread the information. Okay, so the actual target is here. So at the very least, we can probably just slam this one in here and we should be fine. Let's seal this up here. So I don't know how I missed that one completely. Maybe it moved too and I didn't realize it. Okay, so we gotta slam in 1, 2, 3 shells. I'm running out of powder. I gotta get another powder reload. Okay, jam it in. So this is a 1480 distance with 3 powder. I drew the line to the wrong spot. Yeah, that's probably sounds about right. Okay, that's fine. So then we gotta adjust this to 250, so crank this up a little bit. And then we need 259. That's fine. Just crank it all the way up to the top. I did draw this right. Okay, so I'm kind of surprised I drew that incorrectly. I thought I drew it right when I landed here, but I was apparently wrong. But thankfully, it seems like we scouted it out, so that's okay. Shoot, I overshot it again. How much time do I got? I got 2 minutes. We probably will have to do an emergency scout. Also, hello, Nimarcon. How are you? Okay, so that's fine. Just adjust this ever so slightly. 250.4. Come on. All right, stop that. And then adjust this a little bit, slightly down. 254. Okay, and then I was off by 2 degrees. That's fine. I want to make sure this is a perfect shot. Okay, APHE 2540, angle 5640, or oh, I'm short. It should be 5620. Good thing I double checked it. Okay, so we fire it. All right, we're gonna emergency move now. I think it's fine to emergency move just because I want to pause the timer. Well, let's wait for a second. We'll pause it at 75. I think we'll wait for the shot to land. Otherwise, I could probably try to blast let's get the APG shell on this. I forgot to load this thing. Dang it. I wish I had loaded this earlier. Oh, I gotta get more powder too. Running out of powder shells. 1, 2. Is that a lurky emote? Or I don't know whose that is. Let me see real quick. It is a lurky emote. Ah, a lurky viewer. I see. Come on. Wait, I think we did it. Enemy severely crippled. One more hit should refinish it. Still repositioning. Okay, wait, so timer paused. So I just have to find it now. Okay. It probably can't shoot me anymore, thank God. So I might be able to just, if I can identify where it is, I should be able to just rip it apart. But the problem is I don't know where it is. What if we send a scout over D6? Actually, wait, hold on. Let's send, I know. If it's repositioning, we have to hunt it down, right? I'm looking for position, no, not position report. I'm looking for forward observer. Give me position on D, let's go E6. Let's go E7, let's go E5. Okay, we gotta find out where this mysterious thing is now. It's not shooting at us anymore, which is great. Okay. And a battery is, okay, that's fine. So then Let's quickly adjust to C5. Okay, this should be enough information. So from C5 to 8, C5. Get this out of here. C5 to 8, which is going to be right around here. Please measure 3.28 kilometers. 3.28 kilometers. 3.28 kilometers. And then from E598, E598 is going to be right around E598. 174. Okay, so the problem is that there's two potential targets. There's either this spot here or this spot here. If I can get one more bit of information, I think that's probably more than enough. We can triangulate with three distances. So we're gonna E9. I don't care about the enemy spotters. Give me something else. Okay. From D559, D5. D559 at a distance of 236. So 236. 236. Okay. So the only spot where they all coalesce is right here. So I know this is the final spot. This is the final targeting location. So we just need to bomb that and we should be good to go. Okay. Yeah, I think that's the final spot. You can't hide from me anymore. I win. I'm the best. Oh shoot, I ran out of AP. I forgot to load more APHE shells. Well, thankfully we're not on a timer anymore, which is great. Yeah, listen. The timer stopped. Because the enemy iron nest is so heavily crippled, they are no longer shooting at me. I can relax. I can just not panic anymore. So this is gonna at least be a 3 shell shot. It's like the victory lap now, you know? Whoops, overshot that again. I keep doing that. Just manually crank this to 240, 80. 2408. Which is gonna be right there. Because the enemy iron nest is already crippled, so it's just kill the target and you win. 14 is probably gonna be like around there. I'm pretty sure it is. I put 3, right? 1402. I hope I put 3. I did put 3. So 5608. Okay. Come on. Look at those screws go. Okay, so 5, 6. Oh wait. 5608. All right. 5608. Shell type APHE. Bearing 248. Elevation confirmed. Gun is armed. Fire. Shot. And let's behold my glorious mathematical skills of triangulating this stupid thing and putting an end to the enemy iron nest once and for all. Listen to that. Beautiful. Come on. Come on. Come on. Should be the last hit. Yes! Enemy phantom battery has been destroyed. Enemy iron nest is out of action. Recovery detachment has already been dispatched. The threat has been neutralized. You may stand down. Oh my lord, that was probably the most stressful mission we've done so far. I lost twice before I succeeded. Uh-oh. Okay, I think I lost internet connection temporarily. Should be back. That was a mission. Is that the final mission? Ah! False Fortress falls. The Royal Empire of Castile is no longer the only nation to field an iron nest. Ambushed without warning, the iron nest shrugged off multiple direct hits without shifting position, held its aim and ended the engagement with a single shot. The imitation, unmarked save for anti-monarch scholars, never fired again. The ministry extends its congratulations to whichever nation built it, and its condolences for having built it so poorly. The future of warfare, officials confirm, has arrived, inspected it, and found it entirely made of Castilian iron. The age of the Iron Nest has begun, and the general notes with some smugness that Castile got there first, the best, and already has more in production. I love the really wacky propaganda stuff here. It's so pretty to look at. It's so stupid. Oh my goodness. Eliminate all enemy counter batteries with time to spare. Yeah, we didn't have that. Thermal incendiary shell. Oh boy. Oh, there's actually one more mission called the Final Harvest. Unfortunately, we don't have time to do the Final Harvest mission. The last organized resistance, the anti-monarchist causes left stands on the outskirts of Barcelona. High Command has ordered soul destruction in detail. Okay. Let me think. So, I don't have time to do this mission tonight, unfortunately, because I gotta go to bed, and I have other things to do. So, I'm thinking tomorrow, since we do have to finish Fire Emblem, and I don't expect Fire Emblem to take the whole stream time. I think what we'll do is we'll turn tomorrow into the final Fire Emblem episode, and then we'll also do we'll also finish up Iron Nest tomorrow as well. So it'll be kind of like a double feature. We'll do Fire Emblem at the start, and assuming we have at least 1 hour after Fire Emblem, we will switch to Iron Nest and finish up Iron Nest. I think we'll just do both at the same time. I think that'll be a fun way to do it. Because I don't think there's a wait for me to finish this tonight, unless I can do it in 10 minutes. But these missions are typically taking about 15-20 minutes. I expect a finale mission to take a little longer, too. I thought that last mission was actually the final mission, but it was not. So that's kind of how I'm thinking. I think that's how we'll approach it. And I think it'll be a good way to kind of see how things are done. What do you think? Seems like a reasonable thing. Anyways, I am probably going to get ready to go to bed, so we'll go raid into... I guess we'll raid into May, who's playing some Ribba World. Say hi to May. She's a good lass. Also another person who streams a lot of RimWorld, although, let's be real, I'm the bestest RimWorld streamer all around, right? Totally. And totally not just me pretending like I am. Anyways, thank you for joining, comrades. Hopefully you enjoyed Iron Nest. We'll try to finish this up tomorrow, assuming this is in fact the final mission. It looks like it is. So, in the meanwhile, I'm gonna go rest. I hope you enjoyed watching me flail about on that last mission. If I didn't fail it twice, I think we would actually be able to finish up the whole game today. But unfortunately, it's not the case. Anyways, good night, everyone. Rest well and enjoy your evening. We'll do other shenanigans this week. We got a lot of fun shenanigans happening. All right, anyways, go say hi to May.